Y'all know what time it is. Allegedly with Brittany J. Let us get into it. Huh! Allegedly with Brittany J. Truth coming through, better clear the way. Cases, headlines, trials, tea. But she keep it classy, you can plainly see. Allegedly with Brittany J. Prayers going up every single day. Mom of 6 with a heart so strong. Real one. one here, you cannot go wrong. She do not gotta scream, she do not gotta fight. She let the facts talk loud. Every move she make, from the missing in the trials to the news that breaks, she bring truth to the table. Yeah, that is her lane. She lets people talk, lets opinions ride. Open to the what ifs from the other side. Speculation cool, when the respect stay true. She gives room for thought, lets the audience view. When the lies start flying and the trolls get bold, she do not fold up and she do not get cold. She respond with class, let the record be known. You can keep that circus, she is staying grown. She got family at home and a purpose in sight. Still showing up strong when the days get tight. And she praying for the people when they need that love. Trying to better herself while she looking above. So tune in close, let the real one stay. It is allegedly with Brittany J. Allegedly with Brittany J. Truth coming through, better clear the way. Cases, headlines, trials, tea. But she keep it classy, you can plainly see. Allegedly with Brittany J. Prayers going up every single day. Mom of 6 with a heart so strong. Real one here, you cannot go wrong. Facts matter, opinions, welcome. Prayers up. Allegedly with Brittany J. Come, prayers up.
Apparently, we got people that like to zoom in. Hey, party people. Hang on, let me get my earbud in. Oh my goodness. Hey everybody, welcome. Welcome. Diana, girl. I was about to say dirty Diana. Just Diana. Are you here? Are you still here? I tried to call you earlier. I guess I didn't want to I didn't want to like keep calling back and bug you too much. I tried to do a call on with you and Ivy too. I need my Diana fix. I hadn't talked to her in a few hours. Girl, what are you doing? Thank you so much. If y'all were gifted from my beautiful friend, please tell her thank you. She is so sweet. Our phones were out for storms. My husband's too. I knew something was wrong. I knew something was weird because this net, like, let me tell y'all something. I can't think of maybe 2 times I've ever called Diane and she hasn't answered. Like, in our whole friendship, like 2 times. All right. Hey, reality. Hey, got a secret, Diane. Are y'all okay? Was it bad? It had to have been bad to knock your phones out. Hi, just Nicole. Let's see. I look like shit. I just got out the shower. That was why I'm late. Y'all, my hair is losing all of that color. You can't see it because it's dark, but it's turning red. Like, you know how it was that, whatever? It's turning red now. God forbid I turn my camera on and the roaches start falling everywhere. Just crawling all over my face and whatnot. Anyway. Okay. Thank you so much, Diana. If you were gifted, please tell her thank you and welcome to Club Mabel. I should say, welcome to the pothole. So, you stuck now. Okay, bye. No, just welcome to the potholes. You are officially in a pothole. So, okay. So happy though that you guys, that Diana gifted memberships. Thank you, Diana. That was really nice of you. Buckeye Trisha, my hair is a mess. Looks so bad. See, I can't keep the camera on because I'll stare at myself the whole time. I love you too, Sparkleberry Shine. Glad you're here. Hey, Heidi. Hey, Reality. Hey, Kim. Diana says, I just don't think the hours, I didn't think so, but ours went out. The littles didn't, but she has an iPhone. So hers didn't go out? Oh, wow. That's wild. Okay. Well, look, I'm glad that Miss Thing didn't lose her phone because could you imagine? She would have drove y'all nuts. I'm just saying. How long were they out? Sparkleberry Shine says, I love you. We are the potholes. Y'all want to be the potholes? I mean, we could get a membership and then I could say, oh no, you just fell into a pothole, y'all. No, I'm just kidding. 2 hours. Oh no, what'd you do with yourself? Let me guess. You spent all of that time cleaning up. That's what you did. Hey, Peach Junction. How are you, girl? Good to see you. Hey, Buckeye Trisha. Is there anybody else that I didn't see yet? Let me scroll. Let me see. Carolina Moon, Blissful Thinking. Thank you. I appreciate it. Blissful, Blissful says you sound better, Britt. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I just got out of the shower. I always feel refreshed when I get a shower. Let me see. Did I see Ryan? I don't know. Is Ryan here? Good to see you, Carolina Moon. How you doing? Just Nicole, it's so good to see you. Just Nicole. Yes, we are the pothole. We are the pothole dwellers. That is so funny. I got to get the tow truck and all of that. So excited to make a tow truck. Well, actually, I think that Mandy made a tow truck emoji for us. She's on it with the graphics. Katie P says my sons went out last night due to AT&T going out in his area, only 45 minutes from me. They are going to credit $2 to my account. Oh, don't spend it all in one place, girlfriend. Hell yeah, you hit jackpot. Let me tell you. KDP, is that you? Is that you? And is that who's the baby? Girl, you are gorgeous. KDP is so pretty. Okay, I see you, girlfriend. Buckeye says, I'm going to sit here and eat my muffin. Buckeye, what kind of muffin you got? I want to know. Hey, Michelle. $2. Well, I know. That's why I said don't spend that in one place, KDP. Don't do it, girl. Hold on one second, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Sorry about that. He wanted me to come do our prayers before he goes to sleep. Got 2 kids down. 1 to go. Neely. Neely is about to fall asleep, but he wanted me to come tuck him in and say prayers with him. All right. That's my problem. I love sweets and I love making new recipes. Got a secret? Me too, girl. Sweets is my big issue, like major issue for sure. Just the RNs. Hi, Brittany in chat. Hey, just the RN. Hey, reality. Hey, everybody else. Can I get unblocked on your other channel? Oh, you're blocked on my backup channel? Is it the same account? Detective Wagonsdale. Hold on, let me write that down. Unblock. All right. Yes, you can. Hold on. Unblock Detective. Okay, I got you. Yes, I'll unblock you. Jamie May says I fell off my deck. What happened, Jamie? Are you okay? Brittany, how do I turn gifts on? Michelle, at the top. Okay. Click on the 20 gifts where Diana gifted 20 memberships. Click on that. When you click on the 20 gifts, it should give you the option to turn on memberships. For the life of me, I don't understand how you've never been gifted. And I don't know how to make you a member because I don't have a way to send you money. Like, if you can get a Cash App or something like that, you don't have to have a credit card to get a Cash App. You don't have to have a debit card. Matter of fact, Cash App will send you one when you set up an account. But I mean, that's totally up to you whether you want to do that or not. Let me see. Got a secret. Thank you. Hey, Real Talkers. Good to see you. I'm okay. I want to say I feel better since I did my live earlier. And let me go ahead and drop the link for reality. I feel better since I did my live earlier, and I sorry guys, give me a second. Yeah, now that Jay came in the chat and I actually was able to talk to her a little bit, I do feel better. As far as the situation is these people coming after me, there's nothing I can do about it. They're going to come after me regardless. I apologize to you guys that I got so upset like I did. It's just, like I said last night, I take, and then it all piles up, and then it just, boom, comes, it all just adds up, and this takes the smallest thing to just tip you off. But got a secret. Thank you for the thumbs up, my love. I appreciate it. You guys, your support it means the most to me. Hey, Derpstein, how are you, babe? Good to see you. I'm frustrated because I felt compelled to donate, and I don't know what I did to reality. Left for a very sour taste in my mouth. Not fair to British channel. Wait a minute. Why did you feel compelled to donate? And I mean, I don't know what happened. Huh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm not sure. I know Derpsine, but I am glad you're here. Thank you so much for all your support. Hey, Real Talkers. I'm not real sure what happened. Reality says you haven't done anything to her. She says she's sorry that you feel that way. So I'm sorry if I did anything to make you feel any type of way. I'm sorry if I did anything to make anybody feel out of pocket, or anything but welcome. That's never my intention, my goal, nor is it what I want to do. Britt, read this in your best friend. Wait a minute. What? Just Nicole? Detective. Okay, hold on. Detective Wagonsdale, thank you so much for the floating heart. I appreciate that. Britt, read this in your best SpongeBob voice. Okay. Well, all I can do that I think about the pirate when he says, "Whoa." All right. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? I can't do SpongeBob. Hold on. Hold on. I can do Patrick. I can do a damn good Patrick. I can do Miss Puff too. Let me think of SpongeBob. Hold on. Patrick. No, that's Squidward. Hold on. I can't do SpongeBob. Whoa. He says, "Whoa. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?" I can't do it. Let me see. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? I can't do SpongeBob. I can let me see. Now you got me trying, and I'm gonna be playing around with SpongeBob now. Today I was testing my BTM. I'm getting good. I'm getting better at my BTM impersonations. Sorry, I will rain check you. I will try. Okay, I will try to do it and get back to you. Buckeye Trisha says, sometimes when we go to get someone, we get someone else by mistake. Oh, it happens all the time. Laugh out loud. I have done it a lot. Me too, Buckeye Trisha. Do not feel bad. I've blocked my mods, actually. Oh God. Now every time I say actually, I'm gonna think, well, actually. Well, actually. Ugh. The internet. Well, actually. Let me stop. All right. Anyway, we're doing true crime tonight. So I am glad that you guys are here. Thank you so very much. Britt, just read what she wrote as SpongeBob. I can. It won't let me. My voice won't let me do it. Wait a minute. Who lives in a pothole under the sea, under the street? How about I'll come up with something good. I can't do SpongeBob for some reason. I don't know what it is. Hi, YouTube audits. How are you? Welcome. I probably actually was blocked for trolling at some point. Oh, you trolled me? Detective Wagon Stale? Is that a confession? You trolled me? Oh, listen, Dodomite. You're in the wrong one. Hi, girl.
Hi.
Yes.
I would like to start by saying that I apologize for my actions last night as well. It was insensitive.
No, Mad Beats. How recent was that?
Or
How recent? Right there for when they were blocked by Detective Wagon's Tail. I may have. I don't know. Do you come in peace now? Are we good? I'm all for shaking hands and breaking bread if you come in peace.
Happy early birthday to you, Derpstein.
Oh, happy early birthday.
Happy birthday.
Opal
to you.
Sisk. 23 months. You
Woo,
love me.
woo.
You really love me.
All right, Opal.
Thank
Congratulations
you,
on
my
your
boo
milestone.
thing. That is incredible. Seriously. She says, sending lots of prayers and hugs. Stay strong.
That was nice. Just, Nicole, you need to do the pencil trick. She has
Oh, hiccups?
Yep, she has hiccups.
I swear by it. I need to put in like a permanent suggestion or advice on my like or not disclaimer, damn, my description of my videos.
Uh-huh.
If you ever like, P.S. if you ever get the hiccups, I know this is really random, but stick a pencil in your front teeth and drink. Oh, somebody had asked me. I forgot all about that. So hold on. You do this. Allow me to demonstrate, lovely people. You take one number 2 pencil. Doesn't have to be number 2, preferably number 2s are the best. And I like I forget what they're called. They're like, they start with a T, really good pencils. And they come pre-sharpened too. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Take a pencil.
Mm-hmm.
Do that. And you drink. It's really hard. You're probably going to spill it on yourself. It is what it is, but I promise you, I would put money on it. Works like every time. Every time I've ever told anybody, yes, B Fergs, yes, girl, that's the one. Tyken Duraga pencils. Yeah, these ones. I love these things. I buy these for my kids and myself.
And I want to make a correction. Sparkleberry, her birthday.
Oh, is Sparkleberry's birthday?
Well, early birthday.
Who lives in a pineapple? I know. Let's see. I'm gonna look like reality. This is how I imagine reality when she's getting ready to do her beauty. Right? Is that you, reality, at the vanity every morning?
I have my headbands, yeah.
Let me check my fine lines and wrinkles.
I have red light therapy too.
Oh, see, look, I knew it. And I'm over here using dial soap for my face wash.
I showed you guys my mask.
Tell me the stuff to buy, and I'll buy it because I don't know. I chug water 5 times without breathing when I have the hiccups. Damn, dirt scene. Okay.
Oh, you can try a chopstick. You can try a pen.
I would love to know it. And if you figure out the scientific explanation as to how holding a damn pencil in your teeth makes the hiccups go away when you drink, I would love to know, because I'm fascinated by that. I'm absolutely fascinated and intrigued. So I knew it, though. I knew it, reality.
Mm-hmm.
She's totally one of those little headband wearers that does the whole facial routine.
Right now I got it up in a claw. I got it all on top of my head. I pulled it all up to the top. It's a claw.
Just Diana. Ask AI. I totally should, being that I paid $99 for it, shouldn't I?
Yes.
I'm going to get my money's worth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's go ahead, and we got a lot to get to, you guys.
Do your disclaimer. Hi, everybody. It's good to see you all.
Trigger warning. I also want, in case anyone missed my stream this morning or this afternoon, I just want to say I'm sorry again for the disruption last night. We will try to do better for sure.
That's right, and I apologize as well.
Ms. Gloria has been a member for 31 months. What in the world?
Woo! Woo!
I love my second family, as do we love you as well.
All right,
Sweet
Miss
lady.
Gloria, congratulations on your milestone.
Thank you so much. Let me get you that of applause. Thank you, Miss Gloria. Okay. I'm so happy to see everybody tonight. I'm glad you guys are here. Welcome. Okay. Y'all know I got to do it. So please click the thumbs up. That's a free, very, very free. And it's very, very beneficial to my channel. Also, hyping the video is also another free way. You get 3 hypes a week. That would be amazing if you couldn't spare a hype or two. On the videos. Hi, Kitty Catty. Kitty Catty says it's glitching. Anybody else glitching? I hope not. Lord. Maybe
No.
she needs to go out and come back in.
Explain what your hype is, dear.
Oh, so hyping is basically when you visit a channel after it's, like you watch the replay on a video. It's usually almost always when the live streams have ended. When you go into the comment section, usually before you click on the comment section, you will see the option to hype. And basically everybody that has an account on YouTube has points. So many, they can hype so many points a month or a week. I'm sorry. So you're able to give creators that you like a certain amount of points on their video, and you can do it 3 times a week. And for the creator, what happens is the more points they get on a video, the more YouTube pushes that video out to more and more people. You see what I'm saying? The higher the hype, the more YouTube makes this channel recognizable to others that, wouldn't see it otherwise. So it's a really cool way to support. It's a free way to support, and I personally, selfishly, would like to see if it really works, like see if there's a noticeable difference on my, because if you reach more people, you're going to have more views, right? There's going to be more people, at least, even if they don't subscribe or like you, they're still going to view your video because it was pushed in their feed. So I just want to see if it actually works anyway. But that's a great way to support and it's free. It's completely free. So, oh, look. B Fergs. Thank you. Look at you. I appreciate you. B Fergs is always so sweet. Look at her coming through, giving us 5 memberships. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
What do we have now?
15?
What do we have now? 15, 16?
So Diana gifted 20. So 25.
Woo, woo.
25 new memberships. New members for this stream. Not too shabby. Thank you guys.
Hi,
really,
Ange,
really, really cool.
It's good to see you, Ange.
Awesome. Thank you, B Fergs. Dee Dee, what's going on, girlfriend? November Rain. Hi, November. Britt, I am from Makeup Mobsters. I've been watching you for a few years now. I just stay in the bushes. Thank you so much. That's awesome. I love that. That always, it humbles me when people come out and they're like, hey, I've been watching you for a while. That's so cool. Thank you. Welcome, November.
You hear November Rain?
Yeah, I like that too. Your name's really pretty.
Yeah, I love that song.
Let's see.
It's a good song.
Let me see.
Look who's
You
in
guys-
the chat. Hi, Yehuda.
Yehuda, what's going on, beautiful girl? Bria, how are you? My baby had a second double ear. Oh no, Yehuda. Double ear infection in a month. I've missed some streams, but watched replay. You're doing good, Britt. Love you. Still waiting for updated pic of Miami. Yehuda, send me a text message.
Oh.
Girl, I'm all over it. I'm telling you, I want to. Did I send you the baby picture of Emmy?
Oh. Praying for you, Yehuda, for your baby.
Yeah, poor baby.
Ear infections are really bad for babies. Ooh, they hurt.
Yehuda's
Hurt
got
big
some pretty
time.
babies. All of her babies are really cute.
Mhm, they're
Pretty babies. She got a handful too. Yehuda's like me. We got soccer teams for kids. We got us a whole soccer team.
I can imagine.
Yep. I was thinking about it. Somebody today asked me, I think it was on the earlier live, if how many girls I had. And I said,
Earlier,
I got
yeah.
one on the caboose and one in the beginning.
You have the conductor and the caboose.
Yeah. And I got to thinking about it. And then I was like, and then in between that's 4 boys, two sets of boys. Both sets are 15 and 13 months apart. So 2 sets of Irish twins. And I got to thinking about it, and I was like, my God.
You're blessed.
Yes, very much so.
Blessed.
I'm going to tell y'all this story, and then we'll get into the true crime. I'm so sorry. I know y'all are here for the true crime. I grew up holiness, like our religion, Pentecostal holiness, is a very strict it's a very strict trying to think of how I can say
They're
this.
very true. They're very true to their teachings.
Yeah, and I don't want to be disrespectful or make anybody think it's weird, because I wholeheartedly believe in it. So
I know about the Pentecostal.
Yeah.
Church.
So basically, very, very strict, very, very strict. And my grandma, like, just to give you an idea about my grandma, she was, she went straight out of high school into missionary. Like she would have went overseas. She was actually set to go overseas on missionary work, in other countries, but she's like very much one of those people like me that's a hypochondriac that says that if her feet aren't planted on the ground, she's not going, whether it means by ship or by air. She's not getting in the ocean or getting on a plane. So, but my grandmother was very, very, and is still very, very close to God. She's been a strong Christian since before I was ever thought of. And so she would talk about the end of the world all the time growing up, and she would scare the mess out of us. She wasn't doing it intentionally. She's just trying to warn people about, revelations and all of that. And I just remember, like, we would have to go to my grandparents after school when because both of my parents worked and we were too little. So we'd have to go to my grandparents after school. And then my parents would come get us when they got off work. And I remember, like, my parents picking us up and me being like, is it tomorrow? Am I gonna get to ride my bicycle one more time? I just remember praying when I was a kid. I prayed and I asked God, please let me grow up and have a bunch of kids, before that happens. Like I want to have a chance to grow up and be a mama and I want to have a lot of kids. And I think about that all the time now. I'm like, wow, he really did answer my prayer, because I have 6 children now.
Yeah.
But I remember praying that when I was like 11, 12 years old. Just let me grow up and get married and be a mama. Anyway, I don't know where that came from, but more you know, I guess. My toddler kept. Wait a minute. Hi, everybody. Good to see you all. I've been so busy lately. My toddler kept my hands full. Oh, yeah. I can imagine. My toddler keeps my hands full. I fall asleep earlier. I'm happy Britt pushed back her lives to earlier. And Yehuda, the kids are going to be going back to school here in the next few weeks. And it's going to be, earlier streams then too. But it's so good to see you. Okay. Now.
Okay.
Oh boy, where do we start, you guys? There's been some revelations coming out today. I guess we'll start with, you want to start with Kohberger, because that's the shortest.
Yeah.
Is there anybody that's here that doesn't know about what happened with Kohberger?
Hi, Pink Life. It's good to see you.
I actually got the, hold on a minute. Let me see. Pull it up. I cannot, well, listen, we're going to have, this is just kind of a brief update live stream. With each of these cases that we're talking about tonight, we are going to do a separate live stream about all of them.
Deep dives on them.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. This one's shocking though, but I kind of expected it to come at some point. I didn't think it would be so late, but here we are.
Yeah, hold on one second. What is it? Hold on one second. I'm pulling this Give me a second. Hold, please. I'm telling you what. I didn't expect for him to take a plea to begin with. I mean, they don't really have shit, honestly. What do they have?
Yeah.
What do they have, really?
You and I are still on that same page.
Yes, I've never thought that he's guilty. And it's not because I'm a, freaking Kohberger lover or whatever they call him. None of that. But, I mean, you got to call... You got to... I don't even know how to... Hold on. You got to point out the obvious sometimes, Okay, hold on a second.
There's so much more to that.
Yeah.
People, you need to really dig some more, because there's something wrong in that town. Something seriously wrong. More information's come to light.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. We're going to just do a News Nation clip real quick.
Well, everybody has a right to their opinion, so.
Absolutely. Whether you believe he's guilty or if he's not. Personally, All right, here we go. Let me see. Wait 1 second. I really don't like StreamYard's new setup. No. It's not showing up like always. All right.
Otto, we're gonna go over that. And it's a good way to put keeping yourself open-minded. Michelle's just gonna read the post that Brian Kohberger put out.
All right. Let's see.
I'm with you, Trisha.
What did Trisha say?
You might change your mind.
Okay, I guess let me ask that real quick before we play this. Then I'm just curious like I said, we will be doing a full stream on it.
Hi, Vanilla. It's been a while seeing you.
All right, let's see if we can get this skipped. Okay. All right, let me ask before we actually get into it deep. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that Kohberger is guilty. I want to see a 1 if he's guilty. I want to see a 2 if you think that he's innocent.
Or 3 on the fence.
Yes, or a 3 if you are not sure, you're on the fence, your mind could be changed.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, look at that. Look at that.
I'd say 3. I'm on the fence.
Ooh. Okay.
I am on the fence.
Look at that. So I'm seeing a collage of 1s and 3s.
Yep.
Damn, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm a number 2. I believe he's innocent. I absolutely believe he's innocent. I think that he might have had some type of hiccup. What's a conspiracy theory? Sounds suspicious.
He puts that in the statement that he put out today. That's what, and I want to see the facts. Ruh-roh, she went in a pothole. Call Wrecker. Get the gummy Wrecker. There's just so much more that you guys don't know about yet, but it's going to come out. I think he was set up, to be honest. I'm with you, Sparkleberry.
Son of a bitch.
There she is.
Not today, Satan. Not. All right. So we got I'm shocked. I got to tell you guys, I'm pretty shocked. Didn't expect it. I thought.
Detective, no, I don't, but I do know how to put things together, and this it's just not adding up.
Oh, sounds suspicious. Thinks that if he did, he wasn't alone.
They don't even have the
Yeah,
license plate on the
vanilla.
car, on the camera. They don't even have him in the car.
Nothing.
They don't have any DNA.
They have a white car.
We
You
all
want to know
how
what
the
they have?
DNA.
Yeah.
She was.
A white fucking car. No proof he stalked. No proof that it was his car. All the so-called evidence was made to fit the narrative, even down to I'm not even lying, even down to presenting or like sharing things about his life. You know how every time we watch documentaries, they go back on the unaliver's life, they go back on the victims' lives and tell you about the earlier days. Even in their information about his early days, it's so deceptive. And it's like, okay, so you got.
Yeah, but it's touch
He's
DNA,
like,
and they proved how you get touch DNA. It can be planted there. Remember, he applied for the police department both for the WSU and in Moscow.
yeah. Yep. Hold on a second, guys.
Then there was other DNA found at the crime scene that they didn't even admit into the case, into the hearing. Other male DNA.
The fact that we have a crime where the victims were stabbed multiple, I'm talking, what was it? Was Xana 50 some odd times?
Yes.
And he walks out with zero blood being left in the car. I don't see how that's possible.
Yeah, there was a clump of hair in Ethan's hand. They didn't even admit it for evidence. The other DNA that they found at the scene was not admitted into the evidence.
That's crazy too. They botched that whole thing.
Yes.
And look, let's say that you do think the man is guilty. If you are solid that you think this man is guilty, then you should be angry with, the prosecution. Well, yeah, the prosecution should be angry with them as well, considering they're leaving so much room for question.
Right.
I
He was
mean,
never given discovery. That's true. He wasn't.
no.
Remember, there was that parallel investigation going on too. Remember, the FBI was already there prior to
Yeah.
this happening.
Yep.
Why?
Exactly.
Because there was something else going on in that town that they did not want the public to know about. Because that school was a prominent school.
I tell you what, I know this for a fact too. They needed an arrest stat.
Before the holiday season. Yep.
Yep. They needed to have an arrest before it was pledge season, because they were absolutely telling you that school is Moscow, that school is Moscow's bread and butter. Period. It's
Yeah,
it's
and
a
it
university town.
couldn't be put in a bad light. We would
Nope.
have destroyed that city.
Yep, they depend on that. Absolutely. I don't think there's anybody that could argue with that. You know, regardless of what you believe. Think about the house being taken down. That's something the parents didn't even want to happen. I understand the feelings that the children had. You know, I understand. I think they said Ethan's brother said, you know, it was like a haunted house, just a piece of shit trash house just staring back at you is what he said. It was something like that from his, from where he's staying in the, what was the name of the damn the sorority or the fraternity he was at? Can't even remember the fraternity name. Anyway, he said that, I know that they wanted, a lot of the kids wanted
was
it.
it Sigma? Was it Sigma Chi?
Yeah, he said that every morning the house was just like lurking in the distance. And I get that. I do. And I get them not wanting to have to look at it and all of that. But at the same time, that to me is a vital, extremely important piece of evidence. It's a must. Well, that's true, Kristen. I'm the same way as you. Kristen said, I'm never saying that I did something if I didn't do it, though. Make that make sense. You are 1,000% correct. You are, I agree with that. But at the same time, what was he being told? What was being said to him?
I don't know. I'm just saying we all have a right to our opinions, so everybody can feel the way they need to feel. If you feel he's guilty, he's guilty.
Yeah.
I just have an open mind.
Mm. Well, y'all ready to get into it?
Go ahead
Let's
and
hear
read
what
it.
they got to say then. We'll keep talking. Let's do it. Let's do this. Here we go.
And get a new trial. Kohberger says his plea was made on. Breaking just moments ago, the man convicted of murdering 4 University of Idaho students in their college house back in 2022 wants to take back his guilty plea and get a new trial. Brian Kohberger says his plea was made on false promises, and wrong information, and claims he is innocent. Kohberger is looking to use post-conviction relief and is arguing he had bad counsel. We're going to have more on this breaking story when we get it. This is breaking details into us right now that he's looking to take back that guilty plea. We're waiting on any brand new details to come into us right now as this is breaking. Obviously, this is just a horrific time for these families as they have been following every detail of that courtroom drama. Let's bring in Donna Rotuno now. Donna, can you please jump on in here? As sure. I can only imagine the feelings that these families are having right now, knowing that this man is looking to take back that guilty plea. Your thoughts?
Yeah, it's really unbelievable, Sandra. And at first I heard it and I thought, well, how can he do that? Usually there's a time frame in which you can file these types of motions, and we're far past that time frame. But apparently I've been doing some research here in the last couple of minutes, and in Idaho, there is no time frame that you have to show.
Wow.
I think the wording was a manifest injustice in order to have your plea taken back. And so that's a very high bar, right? He's going to have to show that there was something so extraordinary that got him to take this plea, and that there was an injustice that happened because of it. So I think it's a high bar, and I think he's going to have a difficult time doing it. And I would be very surprised if the judge allows it, because the judge is going to say, I went over all your rights with you. We went over them in court painstakingly. Remember, they had an entire a day set aside to take the plea. And so it was a full day of plea. And so I have a hard time believing a judge would grant this, but the fact that this was filed, the fact that he makes certain claims that he makes in this filing, it's pretty
I've got the
explosive.
letter
And as
too.
you
I'm going to
said,
read it.
absolutely horrible for these families who really wanted to do the best they could do to put this portion of this tragedy behind them.
So Donna, it's a process called post-conviction relief. It essentially allows him to challenge his sentence or conviction. He's
No, hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. Sorry. Hold on.
She's getting it, guys. Just hold on.
Shit. What the freak is happening?
Good old StreamYard.
Y'all, I don't know if this is even StreamYard at this point. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
Shit. Well, while I pull this back up, let's talk about what we found out. So in Idaho, there's no deadline.
Mm-mm.
There's no deadline okay. What do y'all think the likelihood of him getting granted a new trial is?
He's probably going to get it, and they will put the DP back on the table.
Well, I'm sure that, yeah. Hold on a second. Hold on. And then they said that, and I know that for the families, this is going to be rough. I get it. But I do think that y'all got to remember the Gonsalves family was pissed that there was no trial.
They still are. They put out a statement too.
So they want a trial.
They said, bring on the trial.
Yeah, because that with the trial is discovery, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, hang on. Let's get back. Get this. Lord, please don't let this do this. It's frustrating. Okay, here we go. Hang on. There it is. All right, let me go back a little because I know you missed some of it. So the ones that I would see mostly pissed about the trial would probably be like Ethan's family, because I know they wanted it over. I'm not sure about Xana's dad and sister. What do y'all think? Let me see what chat says. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I agree with how it looks. Oh, let me see. Hi, Jamie. Good to see you. It has been done through multiple investigators and other people that the crime scene was so destroyed before that it was actually destroyed. Diana, that bothers me. I mean, just RN, that bothers me. Why? Why did they botch it so bad? You know, hi, Vanilla. Why do innocent people say they are guilty, but later no? I
Hi, Astro. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
What's up, Astro?
Hi, Lizzie. It's good to see you too. Are you getting it? Are you getting the what he stated? His
I got
post?
I got the letter, so I'm gonna let the rest of this play real quick, and then we'll go through the letter he wrote.
Okay.
Hopefully this works. Wait a minute. Damn it. I gotta come back. And then I do got the statement he put out too. Legal expert explains why Kohberger faces long. I don't know. I'm on the fence on if it's going to be hard for him or not. All right, let's play it then. All right, bear with me, y'all. All right, here we go.
GDS Mom, hi, and that's a good point. Hi, Suspish. I still have lots of questions, Trisha. Hi, Amy Lynn. She's trying to get it, guys.
Is it not up again?
It's not going.
What?
It's up there, but it's not playing.
What is happening? It's playing on my end.
It's not
Y'all,
playing.
something's wrong. Something's wrong. Like it's literally playing on my end. I'm watching it. And y'all are, what is it, frozen? Is it just still and quiet?
Yeah, it's frozen.
What is happening? Oh, I could cry. I'm so sorry, y'all. I promise I'm not doing this. I don't understand this. How is this? Anybody else see YouTubers having any troubles tonight? Because this is extra. This isn't even the normal kerfuffles. This is like way beyond. I'm having to let me exit completely out, you guys, and
try to upload it again and see if it'll go.
yeah, I'm so sorry. What the hell is happening? Can everybody hear me?
I can. Let's see if they can. Hi, D Cool. It's good to see you.
All right. It's annoying as if, but okay.
Let's try this again.
Let's try it again.
Hi, Trucker's Wife. It's good to see you.
Sorry, y'all. I really am. I hope nobody's upset with me.
Hi, Shirley.
God.
Yeah, they hear you, they say.
Okay.
Right, she's got to re-upload it. Something's wonky
I'm
back
just,
there.
yeah, just having to pull it back up again for the third time. Crazy. All right, let me see. History. It takes 2 seconds, y'all. As long as it'll do right. There it is. Try it again. All right, hold on. All right. Do. There it is. All right. Try it again. Let's try it again. I'm gonna make sure that y'all can hear and see it. Okay, let me see. You know, I noticed that ever since this StreamYard's changed up this format, ever since then I've had nothing but issues. Can y'all see it?
No.
Why is it not adding to the stage? Can y'all see it?
There it is. There it is.
Okay. Tell me if you can hear this.
Okay.
He also wouldn't reveal anything else, any evidence that was exchanged in the.
You got it. It's going.
All right, let me go back because some of it played. All right, here we go. Can you hear it?
Criminologists, we heard
Yes.
the experts.
Chat, can y'all
who
hear
said
it?
The defense didn't do the job that he thought she should do. But, you know, in listening to those people, all of that to me was very subjective. And so I don't see, if those are the types of things that he's going to rely on, I don't see that rising to the level of this manifest injustice that he would have to prove. But we'll see what happens. But I think, as I said, most of the time these things are not successful.
You know, I just want to make clear that this is all happening because Brian Kohberger is finally speaking to the press. He gave a phone interview to the New York Times, which is relaying this information to the American public. The Times did reach out to the father of one of the victims to get a comment, and the father did not want to discuss yet without talking to his family first. Again, can't imagine what they're going through. But he had not, Donna, made any public comments or given any interview before we heard these words spoken to the New York Times. He also wouldn't reveal anything else about any evidence that was exchanged in the courtroom. But he said in this phone call from prison in Idaho that he is claiming absolute innocence. He says, quote, "My actual innocence is my truth, and the plea hinged on by false promises and blatant disinformation must be withdrawn."
Wow.
This is.
Wonder what the false promises are.
Mm-hmm.
And who? What did they promise him?
Right.
Is that even, y'all, are they allowed to do that?
It's unethical.
Isn't
but
it like,
they've done it?
I don't know if that's going to help or not. Honestly, because It's basically his word against theirs, isn't it? That he was promised stuff.
Unless there's something in writing. There's documents you may have signed. We'll have to wait and see.
Wow. I'm shocked. I want to know who promised him stuff. But now, correct me if I'm wrong, but did
he did say that too, right? Trucker's
Yeah.
wife.
that was what I was about to say. The
Yeah,
trucker's wife.
yeah.
I was going to say the same thing. Didn't the judge say, did like basically ask him, did you make this decision on your own, or is someone, you know, forcing you to make this agreement or whatever?
Yeah. Trisha says no, not in the plea deal.
Oh, I don't know then. Let me see. All right, let's go ahead and finish it so we can read the.
He just said this last night, and he reiterated in that phone call that he had an absolute claim of innocence. Donna, perhaps this was his plan all along. We have no way to know.
Right. We have no way to know. And, you know, of course, what else is he going to say at this point if this is something that you're trying to do? I mean, Sandra, if I had $1 for every defendant I represented in my career that told me they were absolutely innocent, and then I showed them video of the complete opposite. So this is not unusual to hear this, but in a case like this, where we watch this person come to court and sit in court and listen to every one of those family members say to him, you know, you took away our loved one, and sat there and had, you know, zero emotion one way or another, and never seemed to really be attacking what his lawyers were doing. And he had the opportunity to speak up in a courtroom, and he had an opportunity to say to the judge, this is not what I was being told. I mean, anytime you take a plea, the parameters of that plea are spelled out, not only in writing, he signs off on it, but the judge goes through all of that with you. And he had an opportunity to raise all of these things. So, you know, actual innocence is difficult to prove unless you can prove that you were somewhere else and you're on video doing something somewhere. Actual innocence is very difficult to prove, because remember, when you walk into a criminal court, the finding is guilty or not guilty. It's never guilty or innocent.
And Donna Kohberger was sentenced almost exactly 1 year ago. It was July 23rd of last year when he got 4 consecutive life sentences with no possibility of parole. You have to imagine the families were at least trying to move on and wrap this up in their minds since then, but they're going to get this news, and I can only imagine this is going to seriously reopen old wounds here.
Oh, this is going to put them right back to square one and day one, because if a court were to allow this, you are starting from the very beginning, and this legal process could take years if a court were to allow this. And if they had to then go back and actually have a trial, I mean, think about the fact that, you know, this family, they're one of the reasons that the government said that they were going to take the death penalty off of the table was to remove all of the extra appeals he would get and all the court processes that they would have to keep coming back for, and trying to remove that from them. And now here we are. This is right back at them front and center, and they're going to have to deal with all this, not only the press, but what's actually going to happen in a courtroom.
Gosh, Donna, please do stand by with us on this breaking news.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.
Okay, so let me pull that back.
We're following Brian Kohberger.
Let me see what that one is. Okay, now that I guess they're saying why Kohberger faces an uphill battle. All right, we're gonna. All right, let me see. I got the
statement.
Yeah, the statement. Hold on. His handwriting is something else too. Let me just tell you.
It is a hot mess.
It's chicken scratch, ladies and gents.
Yeah, like a
Absolute chicken scratch.
doctor, like a doctor's handwriting most of the time.
I mean, all right, hold on. All right, hold on. I'm almost got it pulled up. Oh, please shout out to Ange for sending me this earlier, way earlier in the day. Ange sent me this. What am I doing? Oh my God, give me a minute. I'm looking in the wrong spot. Hold on. I have to send it to myself.
Yeah, Trisha, because he wanted a trial.
All right. Bear with me. Should have. Shoot. Okay. Damn, Ange sent me all kind of other stuff too. Now I gotta go through my whole. Okay. All right. So I suppose y'all want to see this too. So let me pull it up so y'all can see it. Drop it to where I can get it. Check this out. All right. Here we go. Now I can grab it. Oh, all right. I apologize for it taking me a minute, but I got it now. Now let me just share it out with you guys. Okay. Can y'all see that?
Yes.
Can you? Okay. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Affidavit of facts in support of post-conviction petition. State of Idaho, County of Ada. Brian C. Kohberger, being first duly sworn on oath, deposes and says, look at his handwriting. I'm sorry, I'm a handwriting, what do you call it? I'm obsessed with it. Like I practice calligraphy and stuff like that. I absolutely adore writing.
That's why you like my handwriting so much, huh?
Yeah, I very much am a judge of handwriting.
His handwriting is atrocious.
It's a bit of chicken scratch, if I do say so myself.
Why is he doing that? Does he have capitals in the middle of those? No, or it's just
no, it's just really bad.
Yeah, it is. Lord have mercy.
Sometimes I wonder.
You're a handwriting snob.
I'm a handwriting snob. Yeah, that's what. Thank you, whoever said that. I am a handwriting snob. I absolutely am.
I've actually seen worse, though.
She always boasts about how pretty my handwriting is.
Seriously, I have.
I analyze everyone's handwriting. Well, here's the thing. I'm a lefty. I don't know if I've ever told you guys that. I'm left-handed, but literally, quite literally, that is the only thing that I do is write with my left hand. I bat right-handed. I mop right-handed. I do everything right-handed other than right. And because I'm a left-handed person, I've been told my whole life that left-handed people have sloppy handwriting and, you know, they struggle. And like, I've always just been extremely like determined. And yeah, so maybe that, I don't know. But anyway.
Interesting what he's writing in there.
Yeah, let's read it. With my ADHD self. It is hereby declared that during attorney-client discussions, most of when included all members of Brian C. Kohberger's immediate family, petitioner was convinced to falsify. Let me start that back over. Attorney-client discussions, most of when included all members of Brian Kohberger's family, immediate family. Petitioner was convinced to falsely confess to capital murder and felony burglary by coercion. Oh my Lord. Disinformation, false promises, and the withholding of exculpatory discovery.
Yes.
They went on and on and on about that shit too during the pre-trial phase. Wow, let me see. I lost my spot.
You're at the disinformation, false promises, and the evidence.
Got it. I just want to point out real quick. Do you guys remember when they were talking about having exculpatory evidence that they wanted Bethany to testify that only she knew about it? Very interesting. The withholding of exculpatory discovery. The following is material to the inception of the plea. What does that say?
Something
counsel's failure to inform petitioners of exculpatory discovery received during plea discussions, namely clumps of what is that?
Hair.
Unknown hair. Clumps of unknown hair in Ethan's Chapin's hands.
Yes, hands.
As well as a failure of further inquiry. 2. Petitioner was convinced that actual guilt was not an important. What? Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. Petitioner was convinced that actual guilt was not an important factor in considering. Oh my goodness.
Plea acceptance.
Yes, thank you. Plea acceptance. Death row was imminent and abused to lie. Petitioner was
advised. He was advised to lie.
Oh, I'm sorry. It looks like abused.
Advised.
Okay, how do you see that? I cannot make those words out. Death row was imminent and advised to lie. Petitioner was to get a legal victory in entering a false plea. Number 3, a gross misrepresentation of and promises regarding what a life sentence
would immediately
afford petitioner.
Uh-huh.
And gross misrepresentation of death
Row.
row in Idaho, including an elaborate story of counsel's horrific experience touring an actual 6x8. Hold on. Death. Give me a second. Damn it. Hold on. Give me a minute. I'm gonna have to pull this back to get the other one. Y'all, I'm sorry. I know I sounded illiterate as hell trying to read that, but honestly, you see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, and this is just I certify under penalty of perjury is all it says. The next one, Brian C. Kohberger. Oh, here it is. Hold on. Let me share this with y'all. This is wild.
There was the other one too that was done on the computer.
Yeah, I thought I would be like I called myself being more authentic by showing the
Yes.
legit one, but I kind of wish I
That's
would have
good.
opted for the computerized one now. Shit.
All right, you did good. You did the best that you could.
I want to try to read it again because, to be honest with you, because I was struggling so much,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I really sucked in what it was saying. It didn't, or soaked in what was saying. Okay, it is hereby declared that during attorney-client discussions, most of when included all members of Brian Kohberger's immediate family, petitioners was convinced. Wow. Petitioner. Damn it. Most of when included all members of Brian's family, his immediate family, petitioner was convinced to falsely confess. Why do I want to keep saying falsify? Petitioner was convinced to falsely confess to capital murder and felony burglary by coercion, disinformation, false promises, and the withholding of exculpatory. I cannot. I tried. I thought I was going to be able to read it again. Kohberger's immediate family. Okay, so let's just break it down piece by piece. His immediate family was in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then they would be able to attest to what he's saying then. And
Okay.
why were they not shouting to the high heavens that he was being coerced or told to lie?
It's a hard question to answer.
I just don't think that he, like, all right, hold on. Let me just try to beast through this because it's driving me freaking nuts. Okay.
Go for it.
It is. I need to be able to understand what
Process
I'm
it.
reading, and when I'm trying to understand each word, it's taken away from me absorbing the actual information. It is hereby declared that during the attorney-client discussions, most of which included all members of Brian C. Kohberger's immediate family, petitioner was convinced to falsely confess to capital murder and felony burglary by coercion, disinformation, wonder what the disinformation was, false promises, wonder what those are, and the withholding of exculpatory discovery, which now we know, according to him, is hair in Ethan Chapin's hand. The following is material to the inception of the plea. Number 1, counsel's failure to inform petitioner of exculpatory discovery wait a minute. Stuck again. Capital murder, exculpatory discovery. The following is material to the inception of the plea. Counsel's failure to inform petition of exculpatory discovery received during the plea discussions. Wow, so they didn't even tell him. Namely, clumps of unknown hair found in Ethan Chapin's hands, as well as failure of further inquiry. Number 2, petitioner was convinced. I'm sorry. See, looks like concerned. Was convinced that actual guilt was not an important factor. How is that possible? In considering plea acceptance? Can we read that one more time? Petitioner was convinced that actual guilt was not an important factor in considering plea acceptance. How would that's like the most important factor?
Yeah, it is.
Death row was imminent and advised to lie. Petitioner was to go. Wait a minute.
To get.
What was it at? Petitioner was to get a legal victory in entering a false plea. How?
Yeah.
And he believed that?
Obviously.
A gross see how I'm actually processing it now? A gross misrepresentation of and promises regarding what a life sentence would immediately afford petitioner. A gross misrepresentation of oh wow, let me see. Wait a minute. Where is it at, reality? I lost my spot.
You got to go down the next line.
A gross misrepresentation of and promises regarding what a life sentence would immediately afford petitioner, and a gross misrepresentation of death row in Idaho, including an elaborate story of counsel's horrific experience touring in actual 6x8 deaths. All right, hold on. What in the world? Hold on. Let me get my next page. Okay. Death row cell. All communicated to petitioner and his family something allegedly by IDOC through counsel. Hold on. Through counsel, is it constituting? Thus constituting threats and promises made to what? Entice? Is that entice?
I gotta wait for it to get up on my TV to see it.
I think it's induce or entice. Induce a plea agreement. That's what it is. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
Lord. All right. Through counsel, thus constituting threats and promises made to induce a plea agreement. So I certify under penalty of perjury pursuant to the law of the state of Idaho, the foregoing is true and correct. So is he blaming Ann Taylor?
Mm-hmm. What sounds like to me.
What do you guys think about that? I apologize, y'all. Y'all are so patient with me and forgive me. I'm so sorry. But I don't want to stay on this tonight. I just basically wanted to go through the update because tomorrow night's going to be an actual full deep dive in discussion. Where we'll talk about all the details. As a matter of fact, that's going to be an open panel. If anybody wants to come up, I would love for y'all to come up. Consider it, please. I find that very interesting that he's saying all of this happened in front of his family. Because I'm going to tell you now that if my brother was in jail and he had people telling him to lie, and
I would be speaking up.
yeah, I mean, all right.
Hi,
So
Ivy.
yes, we will be doing that. If y'all are okay with that, we're going to move on to the next topic because I want to make sure we cover all the bases, but we will be Idaho 4 tomorrow night to cover more on the Brian Kohberger stuff because I got a lot to say and I know you guys do too. Ivy Speed, thank you for the flower. I appreciate it. I don't feel like I deserve it so much. I feel like I'm doing a bad job tonight. I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't read that. I was really struggling. Marcia, is it Marcy Brim? Thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to Club Maple. It means a lot. I appreciate it. They scared the family.
I agree. I agree with her. I think
maybe too. I'm not sure.
I think you did the best that you could with what you had. I mean, his writing was atrocious.
I know. I feel like I got to get better, and I'm sorry, y'all, but I do appreciate it. And thank you so much for your support, guys. Marcy Brim, welcome to the Gummies. Club Maple. Woo woo! You are now officially in the pothole with the rest of us, girlfriend. Ivy, thank you again for the flower. Thank you, guys. Vanilla says, Otto, it doesn't matter if you come from a attorney family. All right. What's up, Ryan? Ryan's in the house.
Well, we're going to have to sit back and see if he's going to get another trial or get a trial. Appeal.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Okay.
It's not up to us. It's up to those in Idaho.
Yep. So I'm going to pull up. We're going to try this again, you guys. Now on to Celeste. So I'm going to go back to YouTube and we are going to, I'm going to give a trigger warning. I'm going to put a trigger warning up. We're going to do the very best that we can with this, and we're going to do it the right way this time. This information is way too important for me not to go over it. I also want to say, as with the Kohberger information, it's going to be the same exact way with
You going back to the video we watched last night?
Yep, sure.
Okay,
yes, ma'am.
And then there's a presser that came out.
So okay, all right. As with the same thing that happened with the Kohberger stuff tonight. It's the same thing here. Okay. We're
Mhm.
gonna go over the update, kind of graze through it, and then tomorrow, well, maybe not tomorrow night, but the next night, one night this week, right? We got a lot. That's why I was telling y'all earlier, there is a lot. There is no shortage of content with the true crime stuff right now. We have a lot of things happening that need to be covered. So with that being said, all right, we will be having a full stream this week, one day this week, on Celeste, just like we will be on Idaho. And of course, we're going to be following the Lindsay Clancy trial, which
was opening statements today, right?
was it? Yes, it was opening statements for Lindsay Clancy. So we'll be covering all right, I got it right here. Thank you, everybody. Here's Brian Enton.
Yes, trigger warning and fair use claim.
All right, let's see.
Don't come up in here and attacking people in here. We don't appreciate that. You'll be blocked.
Come on, seriously. Don't do that.
Anybody who is going to attack like that. That's not acceptable.
We're talking about a case of a young girl. Oh my God, are you serious? Don't hold up. Let me take this off the screen for a minute.
That's what I'm
Not
saying.
today, bitch. Not nope. You are all right now. Don't say shit to me because there's nothing on the screen. We ain't talking about anything yet.
Right.
What you're not going to do is come in here and talk shit to my friend. Diana, you are now the village idiot. How come you'd be so dumb not see? You're just jealous that you're not getting anything. Maybe if you would take the time and go focus on your own life and do something with your own time, and you wouldn't be so worried about what I'm doing. The fact that you're sitting here watching everything that I'm doing, counting every dollar that's given to me and attacking my friends because they love me and you don't, if something's really wrong with you, you need to go get some help. Seriously. The only person that's an idiot is you and the rest of your little squad over there that can't get over dogpiling one person. Don't come in here fucking with my friend. Because let me tell you something. She ain't no easy win. And you don't want to be on her bad side. Believe me.
Now, with that being said, kick rocks. Let's carry on.
They want to do everything they can to keep people from giving me. That's what I'm telling y'all. There's this big push to isolate anybody who supports me financially because that's the way they are trying to break me. And it's sick and disgusting when you consider I've got children. You know what I'm saying? And y'all want, oh my God. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. Diana don't do shit to anybody. She is a good person.
She is.
She does nothing to, she is good to everybody. All right. Sorry. Let's keep going. That really set me off.
Right. And if they come in, we're not going to address them. So this is important.
Exactly right.
To listen to.
Let me go grab my heartburn medicine. That made me burn all in the
Go
inside. I'll be right back.
Go ahead.
Hold on. You freaking some of you people, I wish never mind. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get myself in trouble.
Hi, Zeb. It's good to see you, and I like your name. I'll have to try that sometime. Oh, Vivian, it's good to see you again, and I have to agree with you. There's just so many questions. Oh, Vivian, we're glad you're here. Thank you for your honesty. Guess you do it again. Woo, woo, just Diana. We love you, girlfriend. Thank you so much. Yeah, I wonder who got them. I have to eat some Cheez-Its so I can take my medicine. So I have like 3 more to eat, and then I'm good to go. I know. You see that, Decool? Dropping 50. Coming in hot, dropping 50. Yeah, I know. It's a total 75. Woo-hoo. April, I would share if I could. Yeah. How do you like that, Clown Brown?
All right, I'm back. Y'all ready?
Shit, Jack Clam Brown. We got 50 more from just dying. Yes,
Holy
mate.
shit, Diana.
Come on, you got to do it. You
Oh
got.
my God.
Shit, Jack.
All right, hold on. Oh shit. Look at that shit right there, Jack. Oh man, look at Diana coming in with 50 memberships. Dropping 50 on it, Jack. Hold on a minute. That took my breath. Hold on.
Showing some love. That's it. You got to say that. Showing some love, Jack. Every time she does it, April, she's got me chuckling over here. I try to do it, but I don't do it as well. But at least I try. Are any of our faithful followers new members? I can't see them. Hi, Diana. It's good to see you. Thank you, KDP. I try. I like doing damn it, dude. I like damn it, dude. I thought today was. Well, yeah, now you're right. It's now Tuesday. Oh, that's cool, D. D cool, that's cool. Only 2 of them, Carolina? Oh, wow. But at least we got 2. Yeah, those bushes get shook a lot around here. Oh, Buckeye Trisha, I'm sorry. I don't like when the power goes out. Yeah, it is. I know. I had to look down on my phone. It is. It is now Tuesday. Yeah, I do enjoy Truth and Transparency. Lana, she's good.
Sorry about that.
She's back.
Diana, girl. Diana said, "You motherfuckers, I'll show y'all. You want to call me a village idiot? I'm gonna come in and drop 50 on them bugs, Jack."
Sure did. She sure did.
Thank you so much, Diana. I appreciate it. You know, it's a shame. You're over there. How does he say it? On the internet, you're over there supporting someone who's abusing her children. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Shame on you.
I can't believe it.
I think that dude needs to go have himself committed somewhere. He's spiraling.
I can't even say anything. I already said what I need to say about him. I'm not gonna say no more. So
yes. And if you've received a membership from Diana, please tell her thank you. Diana, thank you so much. That was really, Lord, woman, I don't even know what to say. Beyond generous. You didn't have to do that. And I'm sorry that majorly sorry that they're coming after you because you support me. Nobody deserves that. And I'm sorry for any of y'all that happens to y'all.
Oh, Marcy, that's so nice of you to say.
Oh,
And
Marcy.
Vivian,
Yes, ma'am.
you didn't get to see Vivian's comment.
Let me see. What
It was
Vivian
way
say?
back. It's way back, but I appreciate her honesty.
What'd she say?
She said she didn't like you, but now she does.
Well, Vivian,
Yeah.
thank you. I'm glad you like me.
I said at least she's honest.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
what we like.
respect that.
Honesty.
Actually, I'll love that, to be honest, because it tells me that sometimes my efforts aren't going unwasted, you know?
Yes, I agree. And GST Mom, you got a great point. All right, we ready? Trigger warning.
It's called
And we're
having
gonna
an
stay
open mind.
Gonna
Watch different channels, then decide what you think. Absolutely. Go ahead. Sorry, reality.
It's all right.
What was you saying?
Trigger. I'm saying trigger warning, and we're gonna stay focused on this. I'm not gonna get distracted.
Yeah, this one's hard to listen to.
It is.
Oh, Vivian. Honey, don't even worry about it. Let me just say this before we get started. She says, "Oh God, I was terrible. So sorry." Vivian. There is nothing anybody can do to me that is worse than sitting over there petitioning that my children need to be taken from me and out of my that is the worst thing to me that you can do. So don't you even worry about it. It's water under the bridge. Not even, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I don't even know what you did.
We appreciate you being here.
Yeah,
we do.
I don't care. So as long as you didn't try to have my kids taken from me, I'm good.
Say welcome to the Gummy Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Or the potholes.
Oh my God, I just realized she's a member.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to the... Oh, shoot, you in the pothole now, girl.
Yeah, she's green.
All right. Okay. Let me see. And I'm hoping that's what's going to happen too. As time goes on, we get more of our people back who likes the true crime.
Just gotta be positive, Britt, and you gotta pray.
Mm-hmm.
And stay focused.
Right.
Stay focused.
All right, here we go, guys.
Abortion multiple times, and I'm going to get into all of that. Also, more on cause of death and the medical examiner explaining how they determined homicide and exactly what they believed happened.
This is veiws.
Hernandez. So I'm getting into all of it in this episode of Brian Ensign Investigates. Hey guys, all right, so I'm going to go through again everything new that has happened in the David preliminary hearing, and every day there's been a ton of new information. And just again, I just want to say again that some of this stuff is really disturbing. So if you're like not in the mood to hear all the details right now, I get it. But I don't really want to sanitize it, just because I think it's important for people to know what actually happened, according to the prosecutors, according to the witnesses. And I just feel, I don't know, I don't want to sanitize it or really censor it. I mean, there's some things, some curse words and stuff I'm just not going to say, but overall, I want to just tell you guys what happened in court, because I think that that's valuable in this situation, especially because there's no cameras and because there was no live reporting allowed and no live tweeting. I think it's valuable for people who are interested in the case and who are following to just get the real deal of what happened. So that's what I'm going to do in this episode. And then I've got some interviews at the end, kind of reacting to what happened. Also, if you want to kind of get caught up to speed, I'm going to put down in the description below the last 2 David videos that I did. which are kind of similar to this, but from previous days. So if you want to hear what got us to this point, the links will be down below. So I've got all the notes here, and just bear with me because I just,
Thank
you
you,
know, when you're
Tiny
in court
Dancer.
and doing this, taking notes so quickly, like some of
Good
it,
to see you.
when I'm going back and reading them again, it can be hard to decipher. So I might have a couple issues, but here we go. So this segment started with the prosecutor, Silverman, questioning Dr. Ho. Dr. Ho is one of the medical examiners who was involved in the case. And they talked about the decomposition, and a lot of questions were asked about how long the body was stored, the environment the body was stored in. And Dr. Ho explained that it was difficult to tell just because there was so much decomposition, the temperature, the weather. Because the body was isolated, it was harder for scavengers to get to the body.
Oh my goodness.
Because it was in the front trunk.
Well, that might be a blessing.
So that was actually a good thing, because if it was left out in the open in a field or something like that, buried, it probably would.
Can I just say, I do have some reserved feelings about her family that I will keep to myself. But with that being said, I do want to say that my prayers go out to Celeste's family. I know how I feel just watching and listening to the details of what happened to her, and I can't even imagine being her mom or her sister, you know, and hearing these.
Correct. But it should never have happened to begin with.
Never. And she was absolutely a gorgeous girl.
Her hair is beautiful.
Her hair is everything. I love her hair.
Hi, PJ.
And Tiny,
it's good to see you.
Yeah. Hey, PJ. Where you been at, girl?
And hi, Tiny Dancer. It's good to see you too. And
Yeah,
thank you for
happy
the
to see-
disclaimers, ladies. Thank you for the disclaimers.
Yes, and so happy to see Tiny Dancer here tonight. And Vivian, honey, please don't beat yourself up, love. It happens to the best of us. Trust me. I have supported people that I, later on just kind of smack myself in the forehead about. Maya's girl says, have reality read for you next time. That was insane. Okay. Okay. I didn't realize that was bad until. All right.
Okay, we're going forward. Let's go.
Have decomposed much more. The prosecutor asked, was she dead? Was Celeste dead for weeks or months? And Dr. Ho said, I would say at least weeks. Was the condition of the decedent, Celeste, showing in cut surfaces? There were tiny blue fragments of material. Some criminalists did detect larger fragments. Silverman asked, were these larger pieces booked into medical examiner's evidence? And Dr. Ho said yes. Silverman asked, what tools do you use in order to cut through tissue, muscle, and maybe bone? And he said, for soft tissue, scalpel or knife. For bone, power tools, a bone saw. For ribs, we use essentially hedge cutters. And just back to those blue particles that were found inside some of the surfaces, the cut surfaces. Remember, it seems the prosecution is going to go in the direction that those blue particles are from the kiddie pool. The kiddie pool that was used in the garage, allegedly. And again, just putting the pieces together here, it seems that the prosecution's theory is going to be that David, I'm trying to think of like a better way to say this. I don't want to say cut up, but essentially that's what happened. Celeste inside the kiddie pool, and that's why these blue fragments were found inside some of the wounds. So they talked about the tools that would be used. Why do you use power tools? Dr. Ho said the power tools offer the necessary power and cutting ability to get through bone. There were 2 dismembered. That's really the term that I should be using. That's what I was trying to think of earlier. 2 dismemberment sites, one below the thigh and one by the knee, Dr. Ho said. And then prosecutor showed a full body diagram, higher on left leg and lower on right leg in terms of where the cut wounds were. Dr. Ho said the dismember site on the right thigh would be lower compared to the one on the left. The prosecutor asked, did this appear to be done by a power saw? And he said, yes. Did it occur post-mortem or anti-mortem? Can you describe cut surfaces on the knee area and thigh area? And Dr. Ho said cut surfaces were flat and clean, consistent with some type of power tool such as a saw. And he said potentially the ring finger and pinky finger amputated on left hand, similarly a clean cut surface. And then they were asked, did you see any tattoos? And the doctor said, yes, one tattoo on the right of the index finger. The tattoo has the letters SHHHH, which I've talked about before. And don't forget, this is very, very important because David also has the tattoo tattooed on his hand. This was apparently
So I gotta really, okay, is there anyone in here that's not familiar with this case? The Celeste Rivas case. Can you please put a 1 in chat if you are not familiar with this? Because I mean, I forgive me for not doing like a brief summary. I just jumped into it. Because I want to talk about this tattoo on the index finger. Now, last night you didn't hear it. Did you hear that just now reality they both have the sh on their finger?
Yes, and they also had David tattooed and her middle finger was missing.
Oh.
Yeah. And apparently,
good night,
apparently
Vivian.
her ring finger did have I don't know if it was a ring on it or a like if you wear it in the sun and you get a suntan, a mark. It looked like she had a ring, like an engagement ring on that ring.
Okay.
That's what I heard on another channel because they went more in depth with what they
So
had
a
heard.
ring
They were in
tattoo.
there. They were in there as well, just like Brian was. They were in there also taking notes. Okay. There's only one person I see that's not familiar with this case.
Okay, so just briefly, Celeste Rivas Hernandez, she met David when she online, I believe, when she was it 11? 11. Okay. She met him when she was 11 and ultimately ended up leaving her home to go live with him around the age of 12 or 13. Celeste's body was discovered. Let me get the date, make sure I got it right. It was a day before her birthday. A day before her 15th birthday. Oh, let me see. Okay. The dismembered body of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez was discovered in September of 2025. Her remains were found inside of the trunk of a Tesla registered to the musician David Burke. Okay. So basically what David has been arrested and charged with Celeste's murder. And what we're listening to now is details from the autopsy that were discussed at the preliminary hearing. And I wanted to stop real quick and talk to you guys about the tattoo. That just think about how diabolical and sick this is. He and her both got tattoos on the. Okay, let me show y'all because it doesn't show it, but I mean. Well, I took myself off stage. Come on, stop blurring. God, what is wrong with the tattoo? Oh, well, even if it's blurry, you should still be able to see this. The tattoo was right here on the index finger.
Yes.
And it said SHHH ... Shh. Like, we're going to keep our little secret, right? Think about how gross that is. How sick is that? That's basically, our dirty little secret. I think that it's going to come out that Celeste was getting too old for him, because you see this time and time and time and time again, where when you have an individual that's interested in minors, once that minor gets a certain age, they're no longer interested in them, and they want another young person. And I'm wondering if that's kind of what was happening with Celeste.
The video that I had placed in Discord, you have got to see it. It will answer a lot of your questions. It's really well put together.
Okay, I'll definitely check it out.
Because it goes more into him growing up, where he comes from. Yeah, and his music and his family and his schooling and where that song came from, and how his mom said that song was violent, and that's not going to come out of my son's mouth. And then look where we are today. She even said, you're not going to talk about the M word and your music like that. It's really in depth. It's really good.
Oh, I'll have to check it out for sure. I'm definitely going to watch that. Marcy says, they say, shh, that tells you a lot, right? Yeah, it really does. It tells you how gross that is.
It's a secret. That's what that means.
Yep. It's a dirty little secret, basically.
Rose baby, welcome to the gummy squad. Rose baby got a membership, and thanks.
You in the pothole now, baby. You in the pothole with us. We're gonna have to call the record if you want out.
That's where I have a lot of questions, though. Suspicious. I'm with Britt. I'm reserving my feelings about the.
All right, I need 2 seconds. I got to get Amy. Oh my goodness! Just bear with me, guys. Ask Reality a question about the case.
Go get her. Go get that precious little baby. Yeah, she's 11. 11-year-olds are supposed to be at home with their family. Janelle, I believe that's part of the reason that there is text messages that came out today that have that kind of language in it. It shows the relationship was on rocky ground. Hi, Sunnyside. It's good to see you. Yeah, she was going to do that as well, Carolina. Absolutely, Janelle. I've been there myself. I know all about that. I had to basically shut down and become reclusive and quiet and not tell anybody anything. I only confided in one person to get out of my situation. And no, my family didn't know about it. That was the only way I could get out alive. Oh, Marcy, thank you for the compliment. I'll let Britt know when she comes back if she doesn't see your comment. Yeah, Janelle, it's many years ago, and I'm thankful to therapy, good friends, and family support. So I have such a strong exterior. I've been taught a lot, so. It's actually the best advice I can give is when you do anybody in that situation need to get out, you need to go quiet. You can't say anything when you do it. I had to leave the state, so there's that as well. Thank you, Sunnyside. Yeah, I've come a long way. I'm quite proud of myself. I'm proud of anybody who gets out of a abusive relationship. Oh, that's cool, Janelle. I bet you they're beautiful. I can crochet, but it takes me a while because my left hand doesn't want to operate properly. Just saying. But at least I try. Yes, we always want justice for the victims. It's actually relaxing, to be honest, to crochet, needlepoint, anything like that. I used to do that latch, the hook where you pull just a little small thread through and do the pattern. I used to do that. Then the cross stitching where the small, tedious, but once you put it together, it's really pretty.
All right. We are back. You ready?
Yeah, and there was a comment that you needed to see. You got to go
Oh.
up there.
Okay, who's it from?
You'll see it.
I've only just popped into. I'm finishing off some more of those pop coasters. Hi, Janelle. Welcome.
We'll go up a couple more.
What's up, Sunny? Sunnyside. I mean, it's self-explanatory, right? 14-year-old. This one?
No.
14-year-old should be home and it would have done. Yeah, I agree with that. It sounds suspicious. I believe her parents were even Tiny Dancer.
No, you're good.
I can't find it. Who was it?
I can't see it. I gotta look in my thing. Hold on a second.
Was it bad or good?
It's off of my TV. I gotta look in the other.
Oh, Marcy, I appreciate you saying that, but I really botched it tonight. It will get better, though, I promise. She said, this already is a great show. I like your style.
That's
that's it. Okay. I appreciate that so much, sweetheart. But I really, we do way better than this. I feel like this has been a rough one. I made a few latch hook rugs back in the day. Oh, that's awesome, you guys. Y'all were interested. Y'all were
That's sort of the same. I did the same. I did those too, and the cross stitch.
y'all are very talented. I wish I could do stuff like that. Listen, and I know this is off topic. We're about to get right back into this case, but I got a Cricut 4 if anybody knows how to work one, because I'm going to be doing a lot of work, like watching videos and stuff. If anybody has a Cricut,
you got to get with Mandy. Mandy said she'd walk you through it.
Yeah, because I got, I still got to get that stupid heat press, the one with the actual lever. I just school's, got school coming up.
With Mandy. Mandy will walk you through.
Okay. All right, let's keep going.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Sunny Side. I know it's hard, but I gotta try to get to it. And even if I just do it when she takes a nap. All right, here we go.
Tattoo that they got together. So, but that finger was cut off of Celeste. And again, the theory seems to be here, according to the prosecutor, that was going to be to hide the fact that was in fact Celeste's body and connect it back to David. Then there were some photos, and these photos are just awful. I mean, you can imagine everything I'm describing to you. A lot of this stuff is shown in court in photos on the screen, which I was thinking back to the Tyler Robinson hearing, just because I was just there, another preliminary hearing, Tyler Robinson accused of killing Charlie Kirk. It was such a difference because with that hearing in Utah, they showed photos and videos, but only the judge could see them, and everyone sitting in the audience couldn't. Well, this was the opposite.
Why?
I mean, everybody in the courtroom could see everything. So
That's
just
wild.
imagine that. Like,
that is wild.
Everybody's sitting
I
there,
didn't catch that last night.
of everything that I'm describing right now, and
You've
Celeste's
seen
parents
everything.
are also
Reality
there for most of this.
and her parents seen.
So they're showing photos from the tow yard.
Yeah.
This one that I'm describing showed a close-up of the hand that was amputated and the chopped off finger with the tattoo that I was telling you about. It was taken at the tow yard where the body was found. The SHHH tattoo finger is the right index, and the hand is the left hand, showing the left ring and pinky fingers amputated. So there were photos of that shown.
See, he said it.
And then this,
that would be the ring finger.
And imagine this.
And the pinky.
And again, I don't want to get too graphic, but she was dismembered, and they actually showed a photo of the full decomposed corpse on the examiner table. So like all the different, and again, I hate to talk like this, but it just is what it is. All the different pieces of her body kind of put back together on the examiner's table.
Wow.
That was shown in court.
Heartbreaking.
And the Ho described it as a severely decomposed, multiple dismemberment sites. The left eye was absent. I'm not sure why. Maybe a liquidation or soft tissue issue, the doctor said. Organs, there were color changes, loses mass, lighter than they appear in terms of weight, and they looked smaller in size just because the body was there for so long in the decomposition process. Dr. Ho said during the exam there were multiple skin defects that were noted. Parts of the skin were more dry.
Listen to this.
Dr. Ho said there were some areas that were wet. There was like a liquidation process that happened in the body parts were in bags inside the front trunk of the Tesla. You can think about how hot it was. There were flies. Small larva was found. First stages of flies is what Dr. Ho said. There was this was really sort of striking. There was a very distinct smell, and that it was noticeable before you even reached the autopsy room. This just gives you an idea of the condition of the body. They were looking for anything associated with internal trauma. There were two areas that had associated internal trauma. There was one that was on the right abdomen, and there's a defect on the right abdomen. And this part is important, by the way, because here we go with them trying to possibly get into cause of death here and what happened to Celeste. So close-up photos of the decomposed torso taken to the tow yard showed that they have both spots circled here. Ho calls them a skin defect on each side of the torso. The right abdomen, there was a penetrating wound. It goes through the skin and soft tissue into the diaphragm and into the liver. So they were able to determine that even though the body was decomposed, and you can, I mean, I've described the condition of the body, they were still able to find that there was a penetrating wound going through the skin, soft tissue into the diaphragm and into the liver. It was about 3/4 of an inch in length. Dr. Ho says it was compatible with a sharp force injury, meaning that because of postmortem changes, the shapes of wounds can be difficult to assess. The end point of the wound is in the liver. So Dr. Ho was confident that this happened, you know, that basically that she was stabbed is essentially what they're saying.
Yep.
The depth
Hold
was
on.
about
Let's
1.5
stop right here
inches.
for a minute.
Focus.
So from what we determined last night, listening to this and then hearing it now, obviously they found 2 different sites in her body, one in her abdomen and one in her, what did they say that was like around her rib or whatever, where she basically was stabbed. So,
And then
what
he
a
said
hell of a
that
way.
the injury of the chest area could be conducive to maybe a gunshot because of the damage. They were inconclusive if that was actually a stab wound. He'll explain it more.
Just imagine and think about that, you guys. This poor girl.
I wouldn't be able to sit through and see those pictures either. No way.
No, what she must have went through in her final moments. God.
This then went to another stab wound that appears to end at the back of the body, according to Ho. So a very deep stab wound. There was a photo of the internal examination and close-up photos of her ribs. They opened up the chest cavity. There was a close-up photo of the liver that was removed from the body. They explained how the shape changes because of the damage and because of the decomposition. And then they talked about some type of trauma on the ribs, could be sharp force injury, can represent a gunshot wound, but there was some kind of trauma there. There were injuries to the ribs on left and lateral chest, close-up of
Wait a minute.
left
Hold
chest.
on. Wait a minute. I need to go back. What?
Go back to that rib part.
There it is.
Up the chest cavity.
Are you talking?
Damn it.
There she is.
All right, here. Let's keep going. I didn't freaking forgot what I was going to say.
Deep stab wound.
Oh, a deep. There it is.
There was a photo of the internal examination and close-up photos of her ribs. They opened up the chest cavity. There was a close-up photo of the liver that was removed from the body. They explained how the shape changes because of the damage and because of the decomposition. And then they talked about some type of trauma on the ribs, could be sharp force injury, can represent a gunshot wound, but there was some kind of trauma there. There were injuries to the ribs on left and lateral chest, close-up of left chest ribs. Dr. Ho points to roughened surface in an area and says that it showed trauma. Linear abrasions on the back right hand. Showed a close-up of the knee, and you can see tiny blue pieces, blue plastic fragments embedded in the right knee. This, again, is important. These blue fragments come up again and again, and it seems may connect back to items in David's garage. So just when you start thinking about if there's a trial here and how they're going to try to put all of this evidence together, and when theories come out, and that doesn't happen necessarily in a preliminary hearing like what's happening now, just keep these key points in mind. These blue fragments keep coming up that were embedded in her body. Dr. Ho said it would take minutes to bleed out from the left chest injury. You'd have 5 liters of blood as an adult. Dr. Ho says he doesn't know how much blood is in a 14-year-old body, but it would be less than 5 liters.
Wow. The more you know.
And Dr. Silverman just I mean, not Dr. Silverman, the Miss Silverman.
I didn't know
the
that.
prosecutor just asked point blank, based on the penetrating wounds, what is the manner of death? And Dr. Ho did not hesitate and said homicide. It's homicide, which we knew. Obviously, that's how we got to this point. What can you attribute the cause of death to? Dr. Ho said multiple penetrating injuries, multiple meaning more than one. And they said that toxicology was performed on the liver. Ethanol was detected in the liver. It was deemed the level just above the limit of detection, but does not appear to contribute to the cause of death.
Which means
caused by the breakdown of the body. But there was ethanol detected in the liver. So remember that too, because when you think about defenses here, I have a feeling that's going to come up again. Dr. Ho said there were benzo and meth that were presumably positive on the screen. I think it was benzo. Negative and meth was inconclusive. Would have to defer to toxicologist with what that means. Toxicology does not appear to be cause of death. So that's important. Medical exam.
All right. Hold up. Meth? Did I hear that right? No, and the trial for Lindsay Clancy started today with opening statements. We're talking about the preliminary hearing for David in the case against or the Celeste Rivas Hernandez case against David is what we're talking about. These people. Did anybody else hear meth? Isn't that what they said? That it was inconclusive about meth? Like, let me hear that back. Was he drugging her?
I have a feeling that's going to come up again. Dr. Ho said there were benzo and meth that were presumably positive on the screen. I think it was benzo. Negative and meth was inconclusive. Would have to defer to toxicologist with what that means. Toxicology does not appear to be cause of death. So that's important. Medical examiner saying toxicology does not appear to be the cause involved in the cause of death. So they are saying that it was those wounds, stab wounds essentially, that killed Celeste Rivas Hernandez. The toxicology
That's heartbreaking.
Is not part of this. Which is important because, again, you think about possible defenses. Are they going to try to say that they were on drugs together or something like that? So then there was cross-examination of Dr. Ho. And Dr. Ho says he's conducted 2,500 autopsies. This is what they'll do a lot. They'll try to kind of go after your history and everything. Said that he's dealt with somewhere in the low hundreds when it comes to decomposition cases. Potentially less than 25% dismemberment cases. So you think about this is a rare kind of situation overall for the medical examiner and for really, I mean, it's just think about everything that happened to the body. It's not surprised that he says 25%. Defense pointed out that Ho is not able to determine if dismemberment occurred all at one time or in different times. Is there a standard for opining on matters related to cause or manner of death that is quantifiable? It's a quantifiable standard. And Dr. Ho said, I don't believe there's a set standard. It's either taught or through experience. I'm willing to say she's dead for weeks based on the severity of the decomposition. Severe decomposition results in overall loss of body weight. That's right. Celeste, at the time of autopsy, was just 71 pounds. But that was not her weight when she was alive. At the time of autopsy, once toxicology came back after we reviewed the case and determined the most likely cause of death was the multiple penetrating injuries. Can it be helpful to have collateral information about a person's life, suicidal, drug user, mental health issues? He says potentially. The defense says you can't determine if Ms. Hernandez caused the wounds in her chest, and
Oh,
Dr.
come
Ho
on.
said that cannot
Come
be
the hell
determined.
on.
That was interesting. Defense trying to
Come
say,
on.
did she do it to herself? Possibly.
Come on. If
She
somebody
didn't
was
do it
going
to
to, I can
herself.
assure you that if somebody was going to do something like that to themselves, they were going to off themselves in any kind of way, trigger warning, it certainly wouldn't be some of the most painful ways, such as stabbing yourself in the chest.
Right. And
Come on. I don't believe that. I want to know if she had meth in her system.
yeah, me too. And she was 14, I believe. She was supposed to be 15 the next day.
Hmm. Wow. This is like throwing me for a loop. Heartbreaking, isn't it?
Makes me sick in my stomach.
Ange says, sorry, sorry again. I know she's first met him. But how old was she when she passed, please? When she passed, she was 14 because they found her 1 month before, one day before her 15th birthday.
Yep.
All right, 1 minute. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, because it's going to get interesting there in a minute. You okay, Britt?
Dr. Ho can't tell the length or size of the instrument used, unable to tell if there was a struggle preceding death. The picture of the open chest cavity was then shown again and shows that there was a mass that's the liver in the body cavity. The lung was so decomposed you could not determine if there was a perforation of the lung, Dr. Ho said. Was there any evidence that she bled outside the body? There was trauma that was caused by a gunshot. Dr. Ho said disruption of the ribs. Don't know the exact cause without additional examination. They talked kind of about speculation. I mean, think about how the body was in rough shape. So that was pretty much it for Dr. Ho, the medical examiner, which, we knew that was going to be a significant part of the hearing, and it was. Next up was Detective Corey Farrell, and then the prosecutor began questioning him. He's been with LAPD for 28 years, and this is where we're going to get into. He was the one who reviewed the contents of David's phone, and this is intense, like what was found in the phone. So bear with me here. So on the phone, they found photographs of David's passport, driver's license, fake North Carolina license, making him 21 years old. There were selfies of David. There was a photograph of his bank account, credit cards, photograph of a ticket that had been received for the black Tesla in March. And keep in mind, the Rivas family, Celeste family, is sitting in the front row for this part. 3 photos, one showing him holding a ring, a photo of 2 hands giving a high five. The hands on the left of the ring has a ring on the ring finger and a tattoo that says David. They showed more photo of a left ring finger showing the ring and tattoo that said David. showed photos of defendant and Celeste in the Tesla. So there's going to be photos of him and Celeste. Celeste's hair was dyed red. They showed pictures of David and Celeste kissing in bed, and then a selfie of them making a kiss face. Keep in mind how young she is, by the way. I mean, a young girl, 13 years old. Shows screenshots of the defendant and victim on FaceTime, photos and videos of Celeste and David having sex and having oral sex. There were photos of genitalia, photos of bare breasts. And this is where kind of like, we remember there were the child porn charges and all of that. This is where all of this comes in. There's a photo that the court cannot see because of cyber crimes. It depicts Burke performing oral sex on Celeste Rivas, so they did not show that. Picture of a man, and this part's graphic, holding his penis. Another photo, we cannot see photographs of David Burke behind Celeste Rivas Hernandez, behind her buttocks, according to a detective. And then the family, actually, Celeste's family left during this point, because you can imagine, I mean, it got really graphic. David Burke, by the way, never really has a reaction to any of this. And it's hard to really see the front of his face all the time, but really no emotional reaction to any of this when all of that was happening with the photos and the pictures of her body.
I want y'all to think about that. I want y'all to think about that. They're in the hearing showing photos of her deceased, dismembered remains. Trigger warning, I'm so sorry. Describing graphic details about what happened to her. Sharing photos of them together. And not one time does he show an ounce of remorse.
Well, like I said, that what I put in Discord will explain all that. She's a monster. He truly is a psychopath. And today was the last day for the preliminary hearing, and the trial will start.
I cannot believe that he just sat there with no emotion whatsoever.
He's empty.
Completely.
I'm telling you, you got to watch what I put in Discord. It is so important.
All right, let's keep going. Everybody good? Is it too much to ask you guys to please click that thumbs up if you're enjoying the stream? We got 384 in chat at 2 a.m. I'd say that's not half bad. If you're enjoying what we're doing and then you're enjoying the conversation, please click that thumbs up. I know it's an awful topic, but yes, Sunnyside, he didn't even show any remorse whatsoever. They said just stone cold. I can't even imagine. Even the worst kinds of people will start crying for their own self. You know what I mean? If anything, for their own self. Worrying about their own self. Hang on one second.
He was definitely void.
Yes, very void.
No feelings at all.
None. All right, give me just a second. All right, 1 second. I got to go get Emmy. Give me just a minute.
Mm-hmm. He wrote songs about her, and they're pretty graphic, pretty disgusting, in my opinion. He sure does. Suspicious. 100%. I never heard of him either until this came about. Thank you for the thumbs up, man. It's pretty appreciated. Should go check on the baby. She'll be right back.
All right.
There
right.
she is.
All right. We good?
Uh-huh.
Trying to hurry, y'all. I'm trying. Okay, let's get back into it. We are rushing.
And all of this, even here, no reaction. Close-up photo of stuff is rough. Of David
Trigger
oral
warning.
sex. I'll just leave it there. I don't want to get
Trigger
into too many
warning.
details here. A lot of genitalia pictures, oral sex, dozens and dozens and dozens of photos. And I'll kind of spare you guys the details of all of that, but you get the idea. So the earliest communication with Celeste that David had was on August 8th, 2022, when she was just 11 years old. 11 years old. The last communication was April 23rd, 2025. Celeste was listed in David's phone as Cel, C-E-L, like Celeste. The text messages described past and future sexual liaisons. They described sexual positioning, relationships, the future of the relationships, when and how they would meet up, how they could meet up. They talked about birth control. They talked about abortion. They talked about the day after contraception many times, the detective said. They discussed pregnancy, the detective said, discussed transportation back and forth between Lake Elsinore and the defendant's home. And all of these discussions seem to have occurred, the detective said, between November of 2023 to March of 2025. And there's evidence photos that show David driving the Tesla in the hand of someone holding up Plan B. So there were abortions. Prosecutors show pictures and texts between Burke and Celeste. Celeste says she's manifesting her period because she doesn't want kids. David says to her that if she got her period, to tell her to track it using the flow. He says he needs to make sure she's on top of her SHIT.
Okay, that pisses me right off. That pisses me right off right there. What a sick mother trucker. What in the world? Debbie, thank you so much for the disco ball. I appreciate it, sweetheart. Thank you for your support. Are y'all hearing this? Diddy said he's an idiot. I need you to be on your... Oh, okay. I got to go back and listen to that one part again. Stay up on your shit. What in the hell?
Pictures and texts between Burke and Celeste. Celeste says she's manifesting her period because she doesn't want kids. David says to her that if she got her period, to tell her to track it using the flow. He says he needs to make sure she's on top of her SHIT. Celeste says she won't have the kid if she's pregnant. She had just turned 13 years old.
Wow.
Did you hear that?
There's a lot of text message conversations about taking Plan B. There's another conversation where David says he's sorry for putting her through this.
Wow.
Celeste says we both weren't able to take care of it.
Oh my God,
David says
y'all.
you're so much stronger than me. I love you.
Oh
It's
my
okay
God.
though.
Hold on.
Sorry for putting her through this. Celeste says we both weren't able to take care of it. David says you're so much stronger than me. I love you. It's okay though. Neither of us are capable of watching and taking care of the baby. It's for the best, no? And then David says, when are you going to get it done? This appears to be talking about an abortion. Celeste says 2 days. David asks if it's his. Celeste says, of course it's yours. David says, just have to ask so I don't feel like an F up for her, his mom. They text about what appears to be the abortion appointment. An abortion appointment, which got me thinking, like, who is doing abortion on a young girl like this?
Exactly. That was my question too.
Good. Yeah. Great question. And is that not something that you get correct? Y'all tell me. I don't know. this kind of stuff. But is that not something that you would need parental consent for, or no? Do they do that without parents knowing?
I don't think in California you do, but still, her parents knew about the relationship. The sister knew about the relationship. Neighbors knew about the relationship. But that wasn't the only. She was pregnant multiple times, Britt. Yeah, I think. Hi, Melissa. I think California is one of them that you don't need consent of a parent.
Melissa, this one's a trip. You might get into this one. Man, I don't even have words. He's got a great point though. Like, I wonder how many abortions she went and got. And was it the same people every time? Probably.
Brian says multiple. I definitely know of 2, but he says multiple. It is. It's really hard to hear this.
I'm freaking
stomach
coming out unglued over here. My God. Sounds suspicious. If the parents knew and they didn't try and get her back as a runaway, how are they not charged with something? Well, let me tell you what I said last night. In case any of you missed it, when I first started covering this case, and I'll try to find it, there's a video floating around of Celeste going back to her parents' apartment complex.
Mm-hmm. And she was in lots of arguments with her parents. You okay?
Yep. You ready? Y'all ready to keep going?
Uh-huh.
All right, here we go. Prepare yourselves.
February 2024, there's a conversation. David tells Celeste to not overcomplicate something. David gave Celeste a phone. Celeste was reported as a missing person on February 14th. There's discussion about Celeste running away from home. And they go into detail about how much stuff she should bring, what bags to use. Then fast forward to June 2024. They appear to be talking about anal sex.
Oh my goodness.
Celeste texts Burke, what if the first abortion didn't work? He tells her it does because she got periods after. Celeste tells David they should record themselves for when they don't see each other. Celeste says they need more makeout videos. David tells her about booking a trip to Vegas. David texts her about being with her without the cops bitching. He wants to be with her so much. Cops bitching again. So
oh my
clearly
goodness, Astro, no way.
Wait a minute.
David texts her about getting her docs together and
hold on. I don't want to miss it. What?
Oh my goodness, read his comment.
Astro says Celeste, 20-year-old boyfriend gang member who David took her from. Stop. No way.
Go down.
Celeste was 9. Her boyfriend Gus was 20. Astro, where do you get this?
Oh my, yeah. Give us the source, Astro. Oh my, oh no. Oh. What is going on? 9 years old, Britt.
I know. I need some, like, ooh. No,
You're
man.
playing with Barbies at 9 years old.
I can tell you, boys were not a thing on my mind at 9 years old. I think he unalived her because she got pregnant too much and wanted a younger girl.
They talked about marriage. They did talk about children. Um, they've gotten a big argument apparently, and she was going to expose the relationship, and that's when it went south. Ooh, that's a lot to swallow right there. Yikes.
I pray to God that there's something mixed up there. I trust you, Astro. I think you know what you're talking about, but I hope you're wrong on this one.
Mm.
All right, let's keep going. Here we go.
Being married in Italy. Celeste texts about having pregnancy symptoms, and now this
They
is
were going to
again
get married.
June
What? Back
2024.
that
So
up
there
a
were
second.
multiple.
In Italy.
Yeah, they were going to get married in Italy.
Hold on.
Pregnancy scares. David texts, let's see this last abortion. Let's let this last abortion be the last one. If it
Oh my
ends up being
God.
twins, cool, because we want 2 kids.
What
See?
in the hell?
David, we have a clear vision for how we want to build the family, right? Celeste says he got a business credit card. I'm sorry, David says he got a business credit card approved for Hernandez, says she can get whatever she wants. David, I just want no posters and you to be able to get on planes. There's text messages where David acknowledges missing posters of Celeste. Text messages about photos, videos of Plan B. Celeste is concerned about being recognized in imagery because of her hair. She remembers she's missing at this point. Her family's looking for her. There's posters. It's a story at this point.
Okay, so she was.
David asked
reported-
Burke if his mom knows they had. I'm sorry. Celeste asked Burke if his mom knows they had sex. David says his mom thinks that that's the first thing they will do when they see each other. There's more text conversations about having sex. Celeste is 13 and David is 19 at this point. Just keep that in mind, the age difference here, and that she's so underage. David talks about getting her an abortion gift. Celeste says she wants a Balenciaga hourglass purse, an abortion gift. She asks him if he thinks they have a whole sex tape. Now, fast forward to August 2024. Celeste went to stay with her aunt in LA County. There's a long text from David. He says, I'm just going to say one last thing. You're enough for me, all I want and need. You used to come over only past 11 p.m. and we would drink and have sex and go on walks. I wanted to go on dates because of your situation. We couldn't. I don't have conversations with people that don't involve music in some way. I don't feel lonely because of you. Check my phone for the 1 millionth time. We restarted this relationship. We need to stop conversations about the past. And then it goes to August 30th, 2024. Celeste says, I care about you. I killed my first kid for you. I care about you. I killed my first kid for you. David says, it has to be in the right time with the least complications. Celeste says she will have to lie to people for the rest of her life. Wouldn't do anything to have it back. She says, still took a life of an innocent baby. I mean, think about like a 13-year-old.
Wow.
Having to have these conversations. David says, I can't change it, but I can change the way our next child goes. Now we go to September 7th, 2024. It's Celeste's 14th birthday. She says, I'm a little scared. I haven't gotten pregnant in a minute, and we F a lot. End of September 2024, David bought tickets for him and Celeste to go to London. They went from London to Texas to visit his family. So they went to London. Remember, we talked about the tickets in a past episode. Celeste said she had sex with Burke for a year straight. Burke, David says he follows her lead with kissing and having sex. And then it sounds like they broke up. Celeste says they can be friends, but online. And this is now March 15th, 2025. Celeste says, all we do is have sex and just hang out, man. I want more than that for myself. without a label too is insane. And that's where the text messages ended. And there's more. They're going to resume when court continues, but that's where it's ended up until this point. So when I said that it was a lot, it's a lot. Not only the photos and the autopsy, but those text messages. I mean, there were a lot of questions about whether Celeste was pregnant when she died. It doesn't seem we know that for sure, but she was clearly pregnant before, and there were abortions, and it seems like almost like it was a common thing. So yeah, really, really disturbing. Yeah, it's awful. It's a lot. I spoke with Nima Rahmani, who is a former federal prosecutor in California. I was actually filling in for anchoring on News Nation, and we were talking about the David case, and I asked him about some of these new revelations. Nima, the first thing I want to ask you about is what came out just within the last couple of hours, that Celeste was pregnant at 13, had an abortion. They were texting about it, her and David. How will this play into the case?
Brian, David is done. I know anyone will let him off with that text message. I loved you. I killed my kid for you. I mean, it was so powerful. You hear about this sexual relationship that started when she was just 11 years old, impregnates her, has her get an abortion, and then allegedly stabs, kills her. We heard the testimony today that she had a lacerated liver, wounds to her lung, and then chopped her up with a chainsaw. I mean, there's really no chance for the defense here. I think if you're sort of looking at how this case is going to go, I'm thinking, if I had to defend this case, what do I do with the sex crimes, right? I think maybe you have to admit them if you're the defense, at least kind of get that out of the way. And then, I don't know what they're going to do with respect to the death. There was some cross-examination on maybe it was self-inflicted or it was an overdose, but the sex crimes themselves, wow, Brian. I mean, it was so incredibly powerful this afternoon.
Yeah, it was awful. And overall, it's just been one of the most gruesome cases that I can remember being in a courtroom for. And they showed all the photos. Everything has been on display in the courtroom. Even today, the graphic images shown in court that prompted Hernandez, Celeste's parents, to actually leave the courtroom. And they stayed for a lot of it, but today it was apparently just too much. How does that amplify pressure on the case?
Well, I give credit to Deputy District Attorney Beth Silverman to give the family a heads up. They were in the courthouse, and at least they didn't have to hear medical examiner Dr. Ho's really very gruesome testimony. And look, obviously this is a prelim. It's before a judge. But Brian, I mean, it's obviously not your first time covering her case. We've been on News Nation together. Lauren and I have talked about it. I've been doing this 25 years. This is horrific. The judge has been on the bench for 25 years, has to be one of the worst cases that she has ever handled. And it's interesting, as a prosecutor, you always want to start strong and end strong. And I know we're not done with this prelim, and I know it's not a jury trial, but they started with the pictures of her decomposed body, right? The liquid, the maggots, right? And it was so disturbing. And now you're kind of coming full circle. It's interesting. They start at the end and they're working backwards, right? To see how this relationship started when this girl was just 11 years old. They're ending incredibly strong. Again, low standard, probable cause judge. But I think this bodes very well for the prosecution and is terrible for the defense when they actually impanel a jury.
The thing that I've been thinking about a lot while I was sitting in court is, like, do you think there could be anyone else involved? Or there's just something strange about this whole thing. Like, no one else knew that this was going on. And then the fact that he allegedly leaves the body in the Tesla just around the corner from his house. It's almost like there was a plan and then it just kind of ended in the middle of the plan. That was the sense.
That's what I was wondering. The same damn thing I wanted to talk to y'all about. I'm glad he mentioned that. I was going to ask this last night. Are you with me?
I'm here.
And everybody in chat. I was going to ask this last night. What in the God's green earth was he thinking? Did he think that nobody would ever, I mean, at that point, her remains were, in full decomposition? Is he a fool? You couldn't walk by that car without smelling it. Guaranteed.
Yeah. He thought the car would have been destroyed.
What you mean?
because
Like
it was
it was
at
going to
the
get
lot.
totaled?
Yeah,
Did he have
didn't-
to know that if it would have got totaled,
but he didn't.
they're
think
not
he
going to
was-
destroy a Tesla. They're going to keep it.
He didn't think he was going to get caught. And Astro lives in Houston, so he gets more information on the local level as well. You know, people don't need to be attacking people. It's not cool. Because it was going to be impounded. It was at the wrecking yard.
Right, but I'm just saying, like,
It was going to
that's
get
a
ready
whole
to get smashed.
that's a whole ass Tesla. They're not about to smash a Tesla. Or even if they were, like, would you risk? I don't know. Listen, I'm glad he did it. Please don't get me wrong. I'm glad that he was stupid and he did it to where he got caught. But what I'm saying is trying to understand what kind of logic this fool was using. It was not very good because
He wrote about her in his music. He's a sicko. He's a monster.
yep.
He ain't getting out of this one. He's
No,
guilty.
he's donezo.
He's
There's no
guilty
way.
of stealing. He's no.
There's no way.
They found the chainsaw with the DNA. They found where he purchased it and tried to hide it and all that stuff too. It was towed to the yard end, but it was going to get ready to be impounded. And Britt is correct on that because Teslas, don't they have the batteries in it? They have to be destroyed differently. Yeah, but the thing that the vehicle was in his name, so there's that as well.
Wait a minute. What?
Yeah, the vehicle was in his name. Remember, they were going to try to pass it off like his manager was the one that done it. He was in hiding for a while, but I knew in my heart all along that he was the one that done it. This goose is cooked. Yes, it is. I'm telling you that hour and a half one that I posted in Discord. I know I keep going back to it, but it is so important. And we should go over it, and you guys will have a better understanding where this psychopath comes from.
All right. The whole
Yeah, Lee, everything was leading back to him.
all right. Y'all ready? We're almost done with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point, Astro. Remember the finger? Thought he was going to get away with it. Secrets.
Yep.
I'll look, April, and see what the channel name is. 1 minute. But it is so good. I'm going to go back and watch it again tomorrow.
What?
The one I'm telling you to cover.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to. All right.
She's going to push play. Just hold on, guys.
I can't, my tab's missing. I don't know what freaking happened to it. Hold on, y'all. My tab's missing again. There it goes.
That I got. Do you
Damn.
think there's more to the story here that we don't know about?
All right.
I think there is, and obviously the prosecution wants to present enough evidence to establish probable cause, but they're not going to reveal all their cards. Obviously, the defense isn't revealing anything. I mean, this is just a preview, but there has to be other people involved, and there's a reason the DA convened an investigative grand jury and put
he
people
didn't
in
do
front
it
of
by
that grand
himself,
jury.
y'all.
And we've heard
No
about
fucking
Sheldon,
way.
David's security guard. I mean, this is someone that had a lot of money, had an entourage. There are a lot of
Are you muted?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, oh my God. I just lost it. Shit. It was important. Hold on. Stay with me.
But there has to be other people involved, and there's a reason.
Yes, the other people involved. Damn, it's late. Sorry. Other people involved. Put a 1 in chat if you think that somebody helped him do this. Y'all, come on. That's quite a task for one person, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's others involved. Yeah.
I'm surprised that there hasn't been arrest already. Unless they're on the download and they're keeping it super quiet and that person's been giving them information.
That too.
All right. Hold on.
The DA convened an investigative grand jury and put people in front of that grand jury. And, we've heard about Sheldon, David's security guard. I mean, this is someone that had a lot of money, had an entourage. There are a lot of people coming and going. And I don't believe for a second that other people could not smell the stench of Celeste's decomposing body, right? The Emmy talked about it today. It was so strong that it smelled out in the hallway. Even how this prelim started, the LAPD detectives, when they went to the house, David apologized for the smell. There were 11 air fresheners in that Tesla. So there is no way
for the love of
other
God.
people
You
did
can't be
not know that
serious.
this was happening. Were they involved?
Yes.
Maybe.
What did he think
And
that
if
was
they were,
going to
they should
do?
absolutely be prosecuted as well.
Absolutely nothing.
Appreciate
obviously.
Nima for talking
Not
to
a
me on
damn
News
thing.
Nation. There was one other thing I wanted to play for you guys. The attorney, Celeste's family has a civil attorney who has been attending the hearings with them. And I talked about him in past in past episodes also. He's been speaking outside court a couple of different days, and, you know, obviously the parents haven't spoken, but I wanted you to hear some of what he had to say, just because it gives you a little insight into what Celeste's parents are going through.
You know, it's very disheartening for the family. They are very private individuals, and they're doing the best that they can to show their support and love for Celeste by appearing at these proceedings, and they'll continue to appear at these proceedings as they go on. But they did tell me that they are really pleased with the job that Beth Silverman is doing for the district attorney's office, and the evidence that they are putting in before the court, because at this point, the defense attorneys really haven't been able to poke a hole in any of the prosecution's evidence that they put into place. So they're doing the best they can, but it's hard for them. Celeste was a beautiful 14-year-old girl. She was full of life and energy, and she brought a lot of love and joy into the family home. And they have a hole in their heart that'll never be replaced, because Celeste's life was ripped away, allegedly, by David Anthony Burke, and the family knows that their life has forever been changed.
So that's really the update for now. I appreciate everybody for watching. Again, I know that this stuff is difficult to talk about. It's difficult for us to cover, but you know, I kind of have always had this attitude, like, as a reporter, for the most part, like, it's just our job to report the truth and what happens. So that's what I'm doing. I didn't want to censor much of it. I mean, some of the text, like, that got really graphic, and even some of the pictures they weren't able to show, like, that were basically child porn. I'm not going to obviously get into that, but overall, I just think people should hear the facts of what happened in court. So that's what I'm going to do with this case. I'll keep you guys posted. Obviously, the preliminary hearing is not over yet. I think there's probably going to be 1 or 2 more days. I'll keep you guys posted with everything that develops. I'm back home in Florida now for the weekend, just kind of decompressing, and that's pretty much it. So I appreciate everybody so much for following along, for watching my videos. I just actually was thinking about it today. It's been 1 year. It's just been like a year and a couple days since I started my YouTube channel. And I'm just so appreciative that people are watching it. And it's been, it's just been really awesome. It's been a really great outlet for me. I feel like I can just talk to you guys directly. And I love my News Nation job, obviously. And I love doing all my stories for News Nation, but this has just been special in a different way, like getting to just, I feel like I'm just communicating directly with all of you. And I already
That's going to be another hard one to cover.
Yes, it is.
Oh, there's going to be a deep dive into Celeste this week too, you guys, where we're going to go through everything, one by one. Like, I'm just gonna. What was it you sent me? How is it long?
Yeah, it's an hour and a half long. You have to watch it on your own time so you can absorb it. You really got to let it resonate. I can give the channel so everybody can watch it ahead of time, and then we can talk about it, because it is important. But I have to go find it. It's in Discord. I mean, I can send it to you directly so you have it.
Y'all have any thoughts? I mean, I don't really like. Oh God, how horrible!
It is. I mean, rest in peace, Celeste. You didn't deserve that to happen to you at all.
Let me see what chat's saying. Hey, Digs for Truth. DA said that there is our recipient witness in the. Okay, yeah, there's got to be. He didn't do that all by himself. A recipient witness is defined as a person who has direct flattered. Yeah. Um.
And it's about 47 minutes long.
Okay.
But I'll send it to you because I copied it for you.
All right. Let me see.
Let's see if I can. I don't know if it'll go into the back chat. I'll try.
Okay. Let me see real quick.
I put it in the back chat.
Okay, let me see if I can grab it.
J, wisdom. So just the letter J and then wisdom. And you can't miss the picture of him. Can you get it out of the back chat?
Yeah. Give me just a second. All right. Shit. Damn it. All right. Give me 1 minute, y'all. I don't want to end it just yet. Give me just a second. I got to grab Emmy. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Yes, April, you're welcome. She has to go get Emmy real quick. I'll see if she can drop the link. Good night, Sunnyside. You sleep well. Thank you, Sunnyside.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
You're my
Okay.
girl.
All right.
Just find it.
Y'all wanna do that? You wanna go over that one that you just sent me?
I can't believe it already has over 2 million views.
Is that y'all want to go over that one? It's in the back chat reality.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
It's my pleasure.
Okay.
That's pure evil. And it has lots of interviews that he does. It has his parents in it. It has his upbringing. It talks about the schooling. Talks about his music.
It's everything.
It's really good.
Okay. Well, we got this.
You can see his personality. Talks about him being bullied by the teachers. Talks about him going to school periodically and then going to get homeschooled. What kind of homeschooling he was in. Music. How he played some instruments. How his upbringing was. But I have to say, it's well put together. A lot of very good information.
Yeah, it looks like it here. Let me see. It's pretty awesome, actually. Check this out, y'all. What was you just going through, like sleuthing, and you found it?
Yeah, I was looking for stuff on David, and I was like, that's got a lot of views on it too. I mean, back when I was looking at it, it was somewhere around 2. It's like 2.3 now. Views. I'm like, this has to do with his upbringing, so I'm gonna watch this. Sparkleberry. That sounds good. She's getting it, guys. And gals.
There it is. Sorry.
Yep, that's where it starts.
That's it. And now this dude, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now. I'm gonna make sure I got my drinking stuff, because the dude's got a soft like British accent. So go ahead and get, if you are it's the middle of the night for you like it is for us, go ahead and get you some cold drink or something, because usually people with voices like this will put you to sleep.
He won't though, because he's got some really good information.
All right.
So, with that being said, this is a very good one.
Yeah, I'm good, April. We can I'll tell you what, April. April said, Britt, if you're tired, we can do this tomorrow. We're gonna go through half of it at least. And then
we can go through like, I mean, it's gonna take us like 30 minutes to talk about it because you're gonna stop it. You gotta drop it in chat what channel this is and give credit. He did his homework. Whomever this person is, he's done his homework on this. Yep, that's the channel. Ready whenever you are, Britt.
all right, y'all ready? Let's go.
Let's go.
Looking at chat.
Do it, lady.
All right, click that thumbs up, guys, please. And thank you if you don't mind. And we're going to play this.
And you be sure you go over there and give them a like.
Yes, yes. And we are using fair use. Let me grab the link.
Hi, Koresh. Good to see you.
Hey, Koresh. All right.
A murder that has become one of the most discussed crime cases of recent times is that of David Anthony Burke, who went by the stage name David. David was at the peak of his career. He dropped a high-charting debut album, he had millions of social media followers, and was significantly wealthy for a man only 20 years old. However, in September of 2025, detectives discovered the body of a 14-year-old girl that had been missing for months, Celeste Rivas Hernandez, in the trunk of his Tesla, decomposed, dismembered, and abandoned. And for months, people debated on whether they believed that this innocent-looking, clean-shaven young man with a melodic voice could do the things he'd been accused of. But now that David has been arrested for murder, and the prosecution have documented their evidence, the likelihood that this was some sort of setup has been significantly reduced. It became evidenced that David had a physical relationship with Celeste while she was still a child, and when they broke up and she allegedly threatened to expose the relationship to ruin his career, the prosecution believed he took matters into his own hands to protect what he'd built. But when you add the context that he made music constantly that included themes of blood, violence, and a romance that ends in tragedy, it's caused a lot of people to suspect that this outcome was something David always wanted. However, I'm not here to discuss theory and conspiracy. I'm here to clinically answer two main overarching questions. How did David's life engineer him to become someone capable of potentially murdering and dismembering a child? And if he did, then what mental mechanisms allowed him to carry on with life after the fact, knowing the body of the girl he was once intimate with was decomposing in his car? It's easy to just label him as pure evil and move on, but as a student of psychology, I find it crucial that we understand what happened to him in childhood, what were the warning signs, and figure out the why that surely exists in this story. There's a lot of questions I've seen online that I think I have the ability to answer by the end of this video. Answers that will give you a genuine understanding into the mind and psychology of David Anthony Burke.
I played it for her in the car. She was like, David, this song is too violent. You talking about killing people in your music? No, not my son. I was like, wait, I might be onto something.
Let's start from the beginning. So you're a New Yorker.
New Yorker, Queens, New York.
What are your parents like? Are they musicians?
Not at all. My dad is a litigator for a law firm. My mother was a teacher. Like, you know, she doesn't do it anymore, but she does notary now.
David Anthony Burke was born in Queens, New York, to Colleen and Dawood Burke, two Christian parents that seemingly would give him a tough and controlled upbringing.
Everything we played in the house, music-wise, was just Bach, Beethoven, Mozart, gospel music, like classical stuff, instrumentals only. Like, we didn't listen to any other music. There was no like Lady Gaga and all the popular artists everybody was listening to. We never could listen to that because my parents just wouldn't let us. It was just like straight classical stuff.
It was literally nothing.
Oh,
It was
wow.
all gospel and like classical, Mozart, Bach,
Oh,
like
so
all
he-
that type of stuff. Because my parents wanted me to be really smart. They never like talked about college or anything like that, but they always wanted me to be very intellectual, very put together, have an idea what I'm doing, but they never like listened to music like that at all.
Trying to control what your kids listen to and the content they consume isn't necessarily harmful in and of itself. But if a kid is going to school and has no level of cultural relatability, it can cause feelings of being excluded, which in turn affects his socialization. If everyone got to access music and it became a point of discussion he couldn't involve himself in, it might have led to feelings of envy. And instead of David accepting this, he tried to find a way around it.
Did your parents put sort of a cap on what you couldn't listen to in the
Nah,
house?
I was sneaking
It wasn't
around.
like that.
I had this little iPod. I used to sneak. I got it with me right now too. I still got these. I used to
Oh
sneak around with the
my
iPod
God.
Touch. I used to sneak around with the iPod Touch and download things off iTunes and stuff like that.
The sneaking around his parents
You were
like this
sneaking
is consistent with
music.
reactance theory, proposed by Jack Brem in 1966. When perceived behavioral freedom is restricted, individuals are motivated to reclaim it. In these situations, the forbidden fruit, which for David would have been music, becomes more desirable, and the individual tries to acquire it by any means, even if it includes secrecy. Now, it's not the behavior itself that's necessarily significant, but the pattern it establishes. That authority is to be managed through concealment rather than confronted directly. This pattern would then reoccur later for his adult life. It didn't help David that his private school life in New York also consisted of bullying and teachers picking on him, so he had an uneasy time both at school and at home.
I hated New York at that point. Like,
Why did you
I didn't
hate
like
it?
my school. I was
Oh,
at
'cause
a
you
private
just did.
school, and they treated me so horribly, dude.
Why?
It was insane. I don't know. All the teachers had it out for me. My little brother could testify to that too. Dude, they just had it out for me all the time. I don't know what it was. I would just do nothing to nobody, and the teachers would just pick on me and bully me for no reason, bro. I wanted to leave that place so bad.
And he got his wish as they moved to Houston, Texas, and he found it slightly better at his new school. But he was a kid that didn't really seem to find anything that stuck. His parents tried to get him into music, but it wasn't stimulating enough for him at that time.
She put me into piano lessons when I was 7, and then I quit that after a week. She was like, okay, I'm not going to pay for it if you don't like it. Quit that. She put me in a church choir when I was 8. Quit that. And then I was in middle school band when I was in 7th grade. I played the flute, and I quit that.
But he never developed into a conventionally social child. He describes himself as a people watcher rather than a member of a friend group, sitting apart in cafeteria settings and constructing fictional narratives around classmates that they were unaware of.
At school, before I was homeschooled, like middle school, elementary, I would look at these kids, like at cafeteria. At lunch was like my playground, like my brain's playground. Like there's so many different kids and they're all doing something different. I would just sit there and I'm a people watcher. I would just inspect them and like write about them and stuff like that. And I kind of brought these characters to life that were inspired by my classmates. So every time I would write like a short story, I'd have these different classmates in these stories and they would never know. It's like different names and everything, but they were inspired by my classmates.
This preference to observe people and create these stories was an early marker that he had a natural tendency to see people as subjects for analysis rather than reciprocal social partners. Combined with his bullying in New York, it suggests he felt more inclined to exist on the edge of social bubbles rather than in them, present but not integrated, watching but not connecting. He says he began writing poetry in the 5th grade and pursued anime, gaming, and creative fiction from a young age.
Yeah, ever since I was young, I really just liked anime, gaming, and poetry.
No, I gotta get off here. I'm getting nauseous. I'm about to throw up.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I love y'all. Have a
Gotta
good night.
go.
I think this heartburn's making me sick. I love you guys. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Love you, dear.